podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Daniel.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 97 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Bang, bang.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We did it, all right? You know, I'm late, but it is not based off me, all right? Technical difficulties with the studio equipment. Thank God that the Roadcaster 2 came out with a fucking update because now I can hear myself. And it sounds like people can hear me. I went live a little bit earlier just to give you a heads up. It is a podcast. I'll let you know what was going on. I went live a little bit, and I couldn't hear myself. That's because I had just freshly did the update on the Roadcaster. Seems like I had to power it down, repower it up, restart the entire system. And here we are, man. And, persistence is key. I didn't give up. I normally get upset and say, fuck it, every day's Friday, I'm taking off. But I do like this topic. I am excited for Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, or David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, the way that it's officially headlined. I'm excited for them because I feel like possibly this undercard that has been announced can help them sell some units. Is this shades of a Don King in his day undercard? Is it stacked? We got excited for the Gervonta Davis and Hector Luis Garcia undercard, and that was A-sides. They were not in competitive fights, or at least we thought, right? They ended up playing out very well. And we learned a lot. But I'll give you the full details. We are here to discuss the undercard of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Once again, I meant to say David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. It's David that is the, A-side in this one. This is Dan Rayfield's tweet here yesterday saying that Benavidez Plant Showtime pay-per-view undercard. Per various sources, he's told 3 TV bouts are slated to be Cody Crowley, Abel Ramos. And that's a WBC eliminator in 147 pounds. Funny thing is, obviously, we told you about this fight with Cody, except he wouldn't give us the opponent. And we kept digging, and it slipped that he was facing someone in a WBC eliminator. So obviously the attention turned to Thurman before, Keith and Thurman officially announced. We were assuming maybe Crawley would get the Thurman shot to elevate himself, and Thurman, if he would have won, to show that, he belonged. That being said, it's been announced it's Abel Ramos, and I am disappointed. Luke Santamaria beat Abel Ramos. I contacted Luke and his team. They didn't contact them. So they didn't want Cody to fight a winner. They wanted him to fight the loser. I don't understand it. Why not Luke? He's ready. I know that. Cool. We move on. Jesus Ramos, Joey Spencer. That's a decent fight. Tough fight for Joey. Some might say some things, and I'll let you say them when you call in. But some might say some things there, Joey's team might not be happy. Let's be real. Jesus Ramos is no joke. He's no joke. And Luke Santamaria had a tough fight with Jesus Ramos. Did not get knocked out from what I believe, and I'm going to double check that. But I'm doubling down. Like, why didn't Ramos get the Crawley fight, but instead Ramos got the Crawley fight? Excuse me, why didn't Luke get the Crawley fight, and instead Ramos, the loser, got it? When Luke had been on TV with Jesus, went 12. I believe he moved up for that fight, but I'm double checking. Yeah, Luke fought him at 54. So it's like, damn, he moved up as a welterweight to fight a prospect that's, okay, heavily touted, let's say. Doesn't beat him, goes 10, and still doesn't get the return assignment. And instead, Ramos gets the return assignment, and he's coming off a loss to Luke. So it's strange to me, man. But the Jesus Ramos, Joey Spencer fight, I'm on board. I like that fight a lot. It's sink or swim for Joey. Obviously, Spencer, he's been doing his thing, but he hasn't stepped up to this level of opposition. And it's a good fight because Spencer punches in combination, but he is susceptible to get hit. And Ramos can punch. We had the pleasure of being in the gym with him, and I mean, he was at Bones one time and at Top Rank, and bro, those pads sound like gunfire. He really knows how to place those shots. That being said, Joey Spencer has only been 10 rounds once, and he's gotten that full development the way we were talking about with Keyshawn. If we go to his box rec, see the difference and why I was so excited yesterday talking to Keyshawn. If we go to Joey's box rec, you can see here that he started off in 4-rounders, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The normal is 4. He got 6. Then he graduated to 6-rounders. 1, 2. Back. Okay, that must have been a bubble fight. I don't know. He went 1, 2, 6-rounders, then back to a 4, then back to a 6, 6 again. So that should be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-rounders, including the weird 4th rounder that might have been during COVID on September 28th, 2019. Unfortunately, Danny is not here. He's got a bug. He would have been perfect to say, yes, that's when COVID started. No, that's not when it started. But hey, moving forward, he's then transitions to 8 rounds, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. We are just starting to see the evolution of the fighter that, instead of having 300 amateur fights, rounds out a career with about 120 and then is, all gas, ready to go for the top, not wasting years on meaningless fights. But this is a traditional way of bringing up a fighter. You give them 4 rounds of every, category, 4 4s, 4 6s, 4 8s, 4 10s. Then you cut the leash off. So Joey, truth be told, he got his development because he's got a bunch of fights under his belts. He's 16-0, 10 KOs. But technically speaking, this is his first 10-rounder, where Jesus, he been on 10-rounders. Like, he's just waiting for title shot. And that's the difference, right? So we'll go to Jesus' resume and show you the difference in development and speed of that development. They took a faster route to the top, and that's why they're being touted the way that they are, because they did it the way they did. Why can't I cancel this dumbass ad? All right. So here you got Jesus Ramos. He's 19 fights, 15 KOs, and he came up the Mexican way. In Mexico, he's got 1, 2, 4-rounders. He slid in a 6, which is good for him, bad for the wallet, right? And the reason I say that is because you knock the guy out in 2. It's a schedule 6, but then you go back to 4, so it don't make no sense. Back to 6, another 6, another 6, another 6, another 6, back to 4. Again, 2019, COVID. So you got to remember, these are, Cheers Bar in Tijuana. They went the Tijuana route to get their name out there, get some experience before signing to a major. Nothing wrong with that. This is a different way of bringing up a fighter. Once he did get to his 8 rounds, though, obviously he had already made connections and names for himself. He signed, and from that 8-rounder, he began to step up. He only had what looks to be 1, 2, 3 8-rounders, and then graduated right away to 10-rounders. So you got to give him credit, because he goes from TJ Mexico fights to 3 8-rounders in America, and then he's ready to rock and roll. He's like, cut the leash off. We're doing 10-rounders. Let's get these names under the belt. And he does have some names. Javier Molina, Brian Mendoza, who just got the huge win over Jason Rosario, Vladimir Hernandez, Luke Santamaria. He's been developed well. I really like this fight. Obviously, you got to favor Jesus Ramos. Joey has shown some vulnerabilities in specific fights. He's gotten hit more than Ramos, that's for sure. So you may have to lean Ramos in this one, or at least make him the favorite, But I do want to go ahead and put this poll in action. I had been thinking about it for a while, and I think that's the poll to start with. And it'll be something like, does the undercard make it purchasable? Make this pay-per-view, is it easier to swallow? Bottom line, is it easier to swallow? Like, you wanted David Benavidez versus Plant. This is what you wanted. We've got 3 years, maybe more, wanting this. But now they're giving you this undercard. Does it make it better? Okay, Canna, who I don't consider you a troll, he said it is purchasable, but not at 80. That is strange. That is strange for you to say that. I would actually like you to call in and elaborate, because Keller Plant just charged us 80 versus Canelo. And cool, David is not Canelo, but he's the Mexican monster, the one everybody wants to fight Canelo. So why are we degrading him? Now, again, this is a fight we wanted. They made it happen quicker than Earl and Bud, quicker than Pacquiao and Manny, quicker than Wilder and AJ, quicker than AJ and Fury. And we're not happy? We're nitpicking? And then they give you Jesus Ramos, Joey Spencer, and you're not happy? You're nitpicking? Did I not mention that Chris Colbert and Rayo Venezuela is on this undercard? So I'm a little bit shocked that I'm not being received with the same energy I thought I was putting out. I thought this card made us happy as a community. Could it be a better undercard? Absolutely. Cody Crowley could be in a better fight. Even better than a Luke Santamaria fight. Yes. Yes, he could have been in a better fight than that Luke fight. You know? He could have been in a better fight than that Ramos fight, that Abel Ramos fight. But who is that? It's not Ugas. Ugas is coming back in May. Who is it? It ain't Keith. He's fighting Earl in May. I mean, what? Who would have been available for Cody? Kavalaskis? Has he been out long enough to recover and hold a camp? I would have to check. I would have to check for you guys right after I log into this. Let that do that in the background so we could take calls. Remember, we want your calls at 1-425-569-5241. We also got Twitter Spaces open and Discord. I do want to get your thoughts from the public. Like, it's us that have to pay for this. And, you know, we bought the Tank fight, and I heard people calling in like, oh, this is a stacked card. Tank on here. Hector's a champion. Boo Boo's a former two-time champion. Ooh, this is a good card. Boots on there fighting Karen, who nobody knew. I'm not getting it. Rashidi was fighting Villa that barely we knew. You know, he had that one fight on with Boca Chica on show, but like, I'm a little bit shocked. I'm a little bit shocked. And let's be real, we had a fantastic night. January 7th, no, Luke Santamaria is not Golden Boy. January 7th, we had a fantastic night. That was a good fight card. We all enjoyed it. Andre put on the best performance of his life. Villa became a name. Rashidi showed tremendous boxing skill. You know. Karen even made a name for himself as a durable person. We thought he was getting knocked out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody saying, who's in the middle with the tattoo? He's from the UK. No, that's Cody Crowley. He's from Canada. He's a fucking draw, too, bro. PBC's not even using him right. Dude sells mad tickets in Canada. Why this dude ain't getting no fights in Canada? When Al was with fucking Adonis, we was in Canada every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I mean, PBC do shit backwards as hell. You know, when Bob signs a Canadian, where they fight? In fucking Canada. Where's Better Be fighting? Canada, Montreal, Quebec. Where Adonis fought? Where Lucien Boutte fought? Them dudes is known because television was forced to go to their country and record them over there because they had sold out crowds. Jean Pascal, when he was in his heyday, we was going to Canada to watch him. Like, I don't know, man. They be doing shit backwards as fucking hell over there. Cody should be main eventing in Niagara Falls, one of those casinos right on the motherfucking border town. Let New Yorkers drive up, put them in there with some sort of New York, welterweight or in and around that area that can have his family drive as well. I think that's like an 8-hour trip for those that need the ride, right? But they ain't thinking, man. They never think of proper placement. I got Queens in of the Ring. What up, Buxiana? I can't say that without sounding Spanish. You there? All right, so your mic is unmuted, but I'm not hearing you. So let me see if C Dub, are you there? C Dub.
Yo,
Thank
hot
you.
audio.
Thank you, bro. You know how nervous I was thinking it was my end? Fucking hell.
Some- Sometimes it be, man. Twitter working for me today though, so we good, we rocking. Shout out TBV, smash that like button, it's free. Shout out to Ness, man. Hey man, when you're a hardcore, shit just be weird because you like, man, it's about competition or is it about names or people complain about saying the integrity of the sport, but they never satisfied, man. They never satisfied. Somebody say, "Oh, this ain't worth $80 because there ain't no bet on the line." Canelo got all the belts. This is number one versus number three, or this number two versus number three, in 168. Then you go to the undercard. You got Colbert moving up, right? Ain't this his first fight moving up?
Yep, at 35.
Top 50, he fighting a top 50. He fighting somebody in the top 5, top 10 ranking of a body. Like this is a competitive fight. What is going on? Give me my flowers, Ness. You like to get on me. You know what I'm saying? What we doing to add a different demographic here? Let's put white chocolate on there. What's his nickname? White Magic.
Nah, White Magic is Vito Menelecki.
Man, Joey Spencer is something like that though, right?
I don't
What's
know.
his?
I gotta
What's
check.
his?
I'll check his ring name is Joey Joseph Don Spencer. No, that's his birth name. Elias is just
Okay,
Joey Spencer.
okay, Joey. But Joey, he's Caucasian, or he looks Caucasian. Bringing a different demographic than what we already have. I mean, even though you got Caleb Plant on there, I think he brings a different crowd. So the pay-per-view numbers are going to do well. What do you see? What number you see for this after the card been announced? You got Cody Crawley on there. I am kind of disappointed, but there's still a top 20 box rate guy that he's fighting. So he's still top 20 in the division. So it's still number 5 versus number 20. So yeah, I think it's a good undercard. What do you think the pay-per-view numbers do, Ness? I think it does 250, 300.
I'm gonna go with 5, man. I'm gonna say Caleb did 8 with Canelo. I know Stephen A. Smith gonna turn up the casual fandom on Fight Week, talking about this guy. If he beats Caleb Plant, he gonna talk up
Mike
Canelo.
Tyson, gonna be saying the Mexican monster and
Yeah,
all of this.
yeah.
And Canelo, they're gonna ask Canelo to be ringside. They're gonna say, "Are you still fighting Mexicans, or has David not earned a spot?" Because you say David ain't fought nobody. That's your famous line. He ain't fought nobody. Y'all want me to fight David? He ain't fought nobody. Okay, after beating Caleb Plant, has he fought somebody now? So it's implications. The implications for this fight, man. It's just a big, big, big fight, man. Shout out TVV, smash that like button, it's free.
All right, C Dub, man, thanks for calling in and reassuring us that Twitter Spaces is ready to rock and roll. That did sound nice and crisp. You can also call us at 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Looks like we do got a caller there. Let me pull up my sheet to know who it is. While I'm doing that, I do have my poll starting, right? We're starting it, and it takes me long to build these things because I like to give good, what do you call it? Good options on the answer. So, does this Benavidez versus Plant undercard make you want to buy this pay-per-view? First answer, yes. Now I can buy this card. Second, no. Undercard didn't help. Should we put any other options? The number to call, D1, is 1425-569-5241. And whenever the scene is on me, the number is above my head, as you can see. And I'm going to my sheet to make sure I address everybody by name. And I think we got to check into the 713. Who's this? Let me see. Oh. All right. If you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. I'm Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. So we going to get this done. Just, you got to bear with me. Looks like Huang in Houston. What's up?
And I almost had a bone to pick with you the other day, man, but I was busy at work and I couldn't call. Check this out. You were tripping with Daniel because he was like, why are you going to charge us for another pay-per-view with the Rocha versus Crawford? But we need him to be on pay-per-view every time on forward, because if not, they're going to keep hitting us with that, he's not a draw. He's not a draw. And Spence been on pay-per-view. But I only bring that up to say that, yeah, I'll pay 80 for this. I don't know why Cannon say he won't pay 80. I'll pay 80 for it. It's a good undercard. It's a good card, period.
I like the undercard, too. It could have been better. I've grown a relationship with Cody. I've watched him train. I've watched his fights. I know his trainer. So I wanted a bigger, better fight for him.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, that's my call, man.
Which is your favorite on the undercard? This undercard that got announced, what's your favorite fight?
I want to see Ryo, man.
Okay.
I think Ryo I like Ryo. I think he just, I don't know, maybe he didn't have a good camp. I don't know.
That is what Senior says.
He needed something like that.
Senior does say that he didn't have a camp. You know, Senior said on our show, not off record, he said on our show that you know, Rayo had got a girl and he was, you know, focusing more on that girl. So, yeah, we'll see if he's dialed in now.
What happened to him? Yeah, I think what happened to him was what they were saying about Tio in the past, like, oh, he's knocking everybody out. Wait till he goes into some deep rounds. He ain't going to do good. And, you know, that's the thing. But I'm glad, you know, Ryo had that little instant right there so he could learn, hey, you got to come forward all the time, because he was just coming in on old dude and he kept getting caught. Box. You know, you got to box. Go in that tool bag, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in. Looks like we got Brandon in Cincinnati. What's up?
What up, Ness? Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
Hey, man, I'm starting to agree with you more and more. I'll fuck with this undercard. I think it's one of the best undercards in years, if you ask me. It's all, in my opinion, all the fights is 50-50 fights. I know you said Cody Crowley could have a better opponent, but I ain't big on Cody Crowley like that just yet. I still think Abel Ramos is a live dog in that fight. I think that's a 50-50 fight. So
really? Off the loss?
Yeah, off the loss.
Wow.
I mean, he always in good, tough fights. I mean, but before that loss, he had beat the brakes off of Omar Figueroa, which don't say much, but I think Abel Ramos got the ability to upset the apple cart in that one. And like I said, maybe it's me because I don't really know too much about Cody Crowley and believe in him.
Which
so
fight?
Me, it's a 50-50 fight.
Which fight with Crowley is making you? Because I got to go watch it. I'm shocked because I honestly, from what I remember, Crowley's throwing over 1,000 punches. Like, really, who could keep up with his pace?
Nah, I mean, he shocked me. I picked Josecito Lopez to beat him, and he surprised me with that win, but I still ain't sold just yet. And Abel Ramos is a tough seasoned vet. Like I said, for me, it's a 50-50 fight. Now, if you don't think it's a 50-50 fight, I understand, but I'm still torn on it. But other than that, the rest of the fights, 50-50 fights. I think Chris Colbert and what's his name, Rayo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 50-50 fight. Jesus Ramos and Joey Spencer. That's for me like a 50-50 fight. I'm favoring Jesus to win, but you got that's some UK shit. Two up and coming undefeated guy. We don't get that very often. And then the main event for me is 50-50. And I ain't really ready to make a pick on the Plant Benavidez just yet. So when I look at the card, I see you ain't gonna see what you seen in that Tank undercard where you got all names we know, but they all plus 1,000s on the betting lines and shit. You ain't gonna get that with this card. It's gonna be a little more competitive. So yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it off this undercard because like I said, it's pretty dope. But
right.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm gonna let you go, brother. But yeah, y'all have a good one, man. Shout to TV and shit.
Okay. Yo, usually, the hardcores are a little disgruntled. Okay, we got our first pleased hardcore. So, it's passing the test for the hardcores. They are good fights. I'm shocked that the order Rayfield announced is the order of the fight. Like, bro, I don't like what boxing does. They started with Porter, and we thought it was political. Now they did it with Michelle, and because he's Dominican, y'all not saying nothing. But if they do it to Colbert, somebody better, other than myself, better fucking be up at arms. It's like, you can't drop dudes 10 spaces in the rankings, man. 15 spaces like they did Porter in the rankings. And you can't knock them off their high horse and send them to the fucking basement. Like, if he's really the opener on this pay-per-view, moving up in weight, challenging Rayo, who's a puncher, when we know Colbert is not a puncher, man, it's some suicidal fucked up shit. And I'm not saying suicide, he can't do it. I'm saying they trying to put him on that suicide mission. Like, why? He's stepping up to the plate. He's moving up in weight. He's fighting a puncher, a television-friendly fighter. He's the opener? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he got to be happy he's on a big pay-per-view card that's going to get a lot of attention. But Chris was a main event fighter. You know what I'm saying? You was a main event fighter. Now that, I don't know, man. I don't want to say too much because you know how people take things. Twitter Spaces is open. The number to call, 1425-569-5241. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. D1, what it do?
What up, Ness? How you doing?
Another day, another podcast.
No doubt. I think that's a good card. I'll buy. I just think that they need to add one more big fight on there to get all of the people to buy. And Cody Crowley is a big draw in Buffalo, New York. He's like the second biggest boxer around here. It's crazy. I don't know why, don't know how, but I don't think it will do anything over 150 buys, 150K, because that Tank card was for former headliners. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that casual fans will buy that unless they know every fight on the card.
Wait.
With that,
wait, what? Repeat that?
It won't do the same numbers that Tank's card just did. There's 4 headlining fights on that last Tank card.
What? You think this pay-per-view doesn't do over 200?
Nah. Nope.
I love it. I love it.
I don't think that. I hope it does. I'm gonna buy it.
No, it will, bro. That's an easy one.
You think so, man? I don't know. A lot of fire sticks getting fired up over boxing, bro. A lot.
I know.
And
I hear that.
I'm gonna go ahead and dip off, man.
D1, appreciate you for calling in, champ. But there goes another guy that at least can, confirm that Cody Crowley is a draw in and around his area. And PBC need to use that, man. Like, you keep going to these same remote locations. And look, didn't y'all build Minneapolis? Like, nobody was going there. We didn't care about that shit until y'all started putting decent fights there. Now the city care about it, and people traveling over there, and it's become an attraction for the city. Based off, like I told you, I had a conversation earlier with a couple from Minnesota during my car wash. It was coincidence. But he didn't know Jamal. I Googled, showed faces and images and things. He didn't know any specific boxer that had been fighting at the venue, but he, from his friends, had been hearing that the venue is starting to bubble, it's starting to pop, and he's been getting requested to go more and more. Like, his friends would be like, yo, we should go to the fights. And he's like, oh, shit, it's starting to pick up. That being said, do it in fucking Buffalo. You got Phil LaGreco, who's dealt with Al Heyman, who got a casino deal already. He just ain't got no fighters. He got a casino deal already. I don't even know how hard it is to put these pieces together for these motherfuckers. It's crazy to me. Serious. If you on Blog Talk, don't forget to hit that number 1 button. It's going to indicate to me that you're ready to rock and roll, and then we will go to you and bring you on the show. But I got Baxiana, what up?
Boom, I got it. I couldn't figure this shit out, and Twitter ain't working. Shout out to TBV. If you hear like the like button, share. I don't know what the deal is with this card. The shit is lit, and I am super big on Cody Crowley. I seen him when he was out here in Dallas. He fought on the undercard for Arrow. It was lit, live, very local. So I'm not sure the big deal. It's kind of cool to see Chris Colbert come back. I think he getting handled the way he did because of the way Hector did him. They were not expecting for Hector to do him the way that he did. And with him losing the way he did to Hector, it was kind of a big deal. I know it's a big deal for me. So maybe that's why he's getting handled the way he is. But this card is lit. And I'm not sure exactly what the big deal is. I was reading the comments, and a lot of people kept saying, like, these are a lot of no-name fighters, and we're not big on this because of no names. Like, UFC have a shitload of no-name people, and they never complain about that shit. They watch it and do what they're going to do. Like, are we going to be happy? We getting something we want to see? Like C-Dub said, this is 2 and 3 going at it. Like, this is what we want to see, or do we not want to see it? So I'm confused. But, yeah, the card is lit. Shout out, like, and share. Send this shit to your friends. That's my call.
Appreciate it, Queen. I'm with you, except for obviously that's why he's getting handled that way. I don't understand it. I need somebody to give me, and I don't mean somebody, like one of our callers or anything like that. I mean like a PBC insider or a PBC spokesperson. Me and Tim used to have a great relationship, but he's going to MIA, because of my line of questions. Because really, why? Who's going to sell the undercard? You know what I mean? Who out of these names, and it's sad. I see some of you like, can you put the names? Where's the names? It's like, bro, if you don't know the fucking faces, maybe you should just shut up and listen, right? Because if you don't know these faces, that means you're not a hardcore. So then you have something to learn. Because this is sad. If you don't know, that's Rayo Venezuela, Jesus Ramos, Cody Crowley, Chris Colbert, Joey Spencer. And yeah, I can see you not knowing Abel Ramos even as a hardcore, but fuck, man. Google him. It's not that hard. Abel Ramos has been here. This is a decent undercard. I get what someone said in a few calls ago about it being more A-sides or main events on the Tank undercard, but those are main events that your brain has been conditioned to assume are main events because you got an A-side name on one side versus who? Like, in what world is Demetrius Andre versus fucking Damon Nicholson a main event? But they've conditioned you so much with the garbage that Andre has been facing that you wanted it as a main event because you're used to the Walter Akinwandes and the fucking whoever the fuck he fought in Ireland. You understand what I'm saying? No. Stop allowing yourself to be conditioned by the powers that be. That is not for main events. How the fuck Boots versus Karen was a main event? Oh, Ness, come on, man. It was for an interim, man. Come on. Fuck that. Who the fuck was Karen before that? Like, who really was Karen before that, man? You guys are allowing these promoters to condition you. We do it to our dogs. Think about it. You can't go there. You can shit here. You can piss here. This is your food. This is your treat. You think this is some fucking, the Andre versus Nicholson was some sort of fucking treat? You guys really upset me, man, because you got no fucking standards, man. And this is why I get upset, because you get in these chats and you talk. I wish I could fucking take a lupa, which is in English is called the magnifying glass, and peek into your household. See how your women look, how your bathroom look, how your bedroom look. Because you got all these standards set so low for yourself. Andre versus motherfucking Damon Nicholson is a main event. That dude right there, you shouldn't even call in for 2 months, man. Just shut up and listen for the next 2 months and learn something. Box your head off, what up? Twitter Spaces, box your head off. Mic check. You absolutely got say on the fights, man. When you shit on the fights, the way that we get what we want is with our dollar. We don't pay and we don't tune in. Simple. Simple. We don't pay and we don't tune in. It's very simple, man. That's how you change things. Listen, the people on Twitter know chicken talk more than me. I've never met him. But the word on Twitter is he got a hold on it, right? Word on Twitter is he got a connection with Espinoza, right? Chicken Talk said yesterday that Earl is fighting at 47. Now, maybe he didn't see the information that Earl was going to be fighting at 54, or maybe he was told he is fighting at 47. I'm not going to get excited until it's announced, but if it gets announced that Earl is fighting at 47, that means that the backlash received made the powers that be change their mind, which would give us power. The same power I speak of, because the power is in your dollar. If you don't tune in, there's no ratings. Keep in mind, this is what I do for a living, right? So like the Charlos are averaging like 300 and something thousand views on primetime television. They're not AJ fighting at 5 and 6 o'clock. They need views. Paramount already announced that anything Showtime and Paramount is doing that is, I think, performing under the 10%, they're getting rid of. Now, that doesn't mean boxing, because obviously they announced a lot of dates on Showtime. Or after this year, they could be done. Who knows? The point is, if they don't perform, they will fall under those 10%. And if you are under those 10%, you're gone. That's the point. So they have to give us what we want, because my time is valuable and so is yours. This is what I'm telling you. Take your life and assess it. You should have standards. You shouldn't just say, I'm going to sit down and watch this XYZ card for the next 5 hours just because. Absolutely not. If these names don't move the needle for you, if these names don't excite you, go take your family out. Walk your fucking dog. Go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, you have to take a stand or fall for nothing. Or, excuse me, fall for anything, you know? I'm trying to box your head off again. Box your head off, you on mute. I see the red mute. You just got to unmute. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm on.
I hear
yo,
you.
What up, what up?
Chilling.
I think it's a great card, bro. I would like to see them add one more like young up and coming fighter. Like I would like to see somebody like Vito Milnicki on the card like this. But I think it's a great card though. I think $80 is a good deal because I honestly spent over $100 to watch this one.
Mm. Well, you are generous. I ain't going to 100 for this motherfucker. They would have for this to be 100. It would have been David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Cody Crowley, Keith Thurman, Rayo versus Colbert, and Jesus Ramos, who's at 54. He should be fighting Fundora. He should be fighting Lubin.
Yeah.
He could be fighting Terrell Gausha. Like, why they got him fighting Abel Ramos? He could fight Lubin, Terrell Gausha, motherfucking Fundura. Who else they got at 54? I mean, what happened with Brian Castaño? What are we doing here with this shit right now? Like, but it's okay,
I think
man.
just the main fight. I think just the main fight alone, because it's so many fights we want to see that they never make happen. So
They
I
could
just
have
feel
did
like
Brian Mendoza rematch. Brian Mendoza just came off of knocking out the former unified champion in the Dominican, Jason Rosario. They could story build like, oh shit, he earned his way back to the Jesus Ramos rematch. They doing why this? But it's okay. I'm not that mad. I'm just saying.
I don't like the Cobra. I mean, I like the Cobra
I'm just saying
versus
it's not
Rayo, but I don't
$100
like
pay
that
per
for
view. I can't go that far and say it's $100 pay per view.
Facts. I feel that. I wish they didn't throw Colbert in there with Rayo, though. I think that's bad for Colbert's career.
I talked to both Colbert and the trainer. They actually like it. They like it.
It could be great for his career, but I think it's gonna be bad for him. But if he beat Rayo, that's great for him. That put him right back up there. Like he'd be right back in the thick of things.
He specifically told me he just want people to put some respect on his name. You know, he coming off a loss. He moving up in weight. He taking on a puncher. You know, he want respect.
Fact. Yeah, if he beat him, he definitely gonna get the world respect. I'll give him that.
All right. Well, box your head off. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for calling in. I got King Arthur. What it do?
Yo.
You're
We'll do this.
chilling.
Man, I like this card though. I like all three fights. I like the top prospect versus top prospect fights more so than the top prospect versus the not gatekeeper, but like you know what I'm trying to say. Top prospects against somebody that's coming off a loss. I like those fights. I like top prospects versus top prospects. Like we just had with Frank Martin and Michelle Rivera. I like those type fights. Because I like seeing somebody set themselves, you know what I'm saying, above the rest of the class and like that. And also, too, I think PVC just starting to trend of fat. Like, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Same thing with Chris Colbert and Joey Spencer. Joey Spencer really ain't showed me nothing, but everybody say he is top prospect. So, and Chris Colbert, my thing with him, I feel like he never really showed me. He was a headliner to begin with. I feel like he was hyped to begin with for the Netflix and all that other stuff. But and I think he should start off the card because he really ain't showed. He showed a little bit, but he ain't showed like he's like the top. He ain't showed he's like on. I don't know, but I feel like last co-main event was what in it like Boots. Like Boots showed he a co-main event. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like PBC doing the right thing with him because like they were saying he was out of shape after the Garcia fight, stuff like that. So I feel like he should come back and try to prove himself against Jose. And Jose need to prove himself too. So I feel like they trying to trim the fat before, to show Paramount, you know what I'm saying, that they should keep boxing or whatever. But that's my call.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in, King Arthur. Appreciate it. Looks like we got on Twitter Spaces. Ryan, what up?
Yo, what's good?
What up, champ?
Everything is good, man. I like the undercard. I really, really do. Like, I also kind of got to understand they got to make these events back to back to back. They got Spence Thurman. They got to make an undercard for. They got Wilder, Ruiz, if that ever happens. They got to make that undercard for us. So they got to spread this out. But I did want to go back to what you were saying earlier about the way the fans and the viewers have power. Because my background is in TV. So, like, I don't think people understand, like, when you watch, for example, a show like First Take, they don't just get the viewership for each, like, show. They get it segment by segment. So, like, if you turn off the TV when they're talking about the Cowboys, they're going to stop talking about the Cowboys. If you turn off the TV when they're talking about someone else, they're not going to talk about it anymore. The same thing, I'll be surprised if Showtime doesn't have the numbers if you turn off the TV when they're showing such and such fight. So if you don't like those fights, don't watch them. Otherwise, stop. I think people just need to stop complaining about certain undercards if you're going to continue to watch it. If you're going to continue to watch it and continue to support it, continue to support it. If you're not going to watch it, let it be. But this is a good undercard. If you really love boxing, this is a good undercard. But that's all I had to say.
Totally with you, brother. Totally with you, except, my friend, on the beginning of your statement where you said they got to spread it out. How about this philosophy? Forget what's down the line. Forget what's to come. Let's give them the best now, because this is the one that's on the docket. This is the one we can buy tickets to. This is the one that has to perform well. Like, for them to and I get planning your year. What business doesn't plan their quarter and their second? I get you from a, normal way of doing shit, but it's not working for these guys. They don't know how to stack it. So, like, if they're keeping Fundora and all the possible Jesus Ramo opponents for the Earl card, well, then fucking send Jesus to the Earl card. Don't give Jesus another. You giving Jesus another dude. Cool. It's two prospects, but it's like we know Ramos Jesus is ahead of Spencer. We know that. Like,
that's true. That's true.
Brandon is excited because they put in two undefeated fighters again, but we know who's the favorite. We know. Like, come on, ain't nobody picking fucking Spencer over Ramos, man. Ramos is a problem.
Yeah, I hear you. That's my call, but I appreciate it, man.
I don't get it, man. Ramos, I mean, he got 19 fights. How old is he? Maybe they taking their time. I just want to understand. This is why they need a fucking promoter. They need a spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? You need someone to tell us what's the plan, because you want my money and my time is money. You want that from me. You want me to tune in. You want me to tune into the Showtimes and the ESPNs and the Showbox and everything. Then you want me to purchase. So explain to me why Cody Crowley can't be a fucking main event in New York, in Buffalo, in Toronto, in Niagara Falls. Why? Explain to me why he's fighting Abel Ramos. Just tell me, and then maybe it will be okay. But don't try to fool me. Don't try to fool me, man. It's not fair. But anyway, who we got? D1, are you calling with a counterpunch? Did I get you back, or you just listening on Blog Talk? We going to Joshua Cabrera.
Yo, Ness, good morning.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. I got a quick one on the Colbert and Rayo fight. I think it's a real good fight for Colbert. I don't really see him winning the fight, but I think he could definitely win a lot of fans back if he, shows a lot of heart and tries to win the fight, even though he's losing. Because his last fight, he was down on points and he kind of chose to outbox him instead of try to go for the knockout instead. So, what you think, Ness?
Yeah, man. I've been knowing Colbert since before he turned pro, man. It's in retrospect, it's a beautiful story. You see an amateur. It was the Nonito Donaire, Guillermo Regendao, New York City press conference, and and it's insane to think that because he was like 11, 12. They were all so short. Him, Chris Colbert, Bruce Carrington, Richardson Hitchens. They were all so short and little, and they all had their like amateur belts, all their little regional titles that they had won. They just had them, and they told me, like Boxing Voice, I'm gonna be a pro. I'm gonna be on your show, and sure enough, all those kids are pros. So I can't even say anything further without saying congratulations to Arliano Sosa and shout out to Arliano Sosa. I said years ago he would be the new Robert Garcia for the East Coast. It didn't work out that way. In terms of the professionals, not yet. But I never seen another gym turn more amateurs pro. I mean, Arliano coached Shushu Carrington, Richardson Hitchens, Chris Colbert, Nikita Abali, Nikoshi Solomon, David Allen Jr.,
The Stack Gym,
Big Baby Miller. Like that whole gym went from pro to amateur to pro. And, he ain't getting the credit. He got Rashad Mati, another amateur to pro. He don't get the credit he deserves. He's not the big name trainer that he should be. But the proof is in the pudding. You can't turn that many amateurs to professionals that are this successful. All those names are on television. All those names, if they don't fuck up and they manage their money correctly, he took them out the hood because I'm going to screen share that because Eddie went there this year. Eddie went there yesterday, and I mean Eddie Hearn, and, it's cool. Eddie is a very popular promoter, and he needed to go there to give them the attention. But we've been in that project, and that's what it is. It's projects. You understand? They made a gym in the basement of the projects, and it's called the Atlas Cops and Kids. And it used to be associated to Teddy Atlas, but Arliano always ran it. They just got approved under the Teddy Atlas Foundation. That is Teddy Atlas Cops and Kids, and that's why that's the name of that gym. But Arliano Sosa always ran the gym. And, look at all these kids there now. I could only imagine how many of these are going to turn pro because he obviously knows what he's doing. He has so many amateurs that turn pro, just credit to him, man, because people don't tell the stories, of how these kids come to be. And
thanks for the lesson. That's appreciated.
No worries, man. I'm trying to look because Eddie had this video. I don't know if I've seen it on his story where he's in front of the projects and it shows the door. I guess it was on his story, man. Sucks. And it shows the door and you can see how it is the basement of the projects, man. It's crazy. I don't see it. I guess he posted it on his story yesterday, but shout out to Eddie, man, because look, he's got 1.2 million. He did post it. Look what he did to this kid.
Who's the one with the speedball skills?
Call out. He said, who's the one with the speedball skills in the gym? So the kid comes to challenge him.
I'm not as good as him.
And then Eddie plays him. So I'm not as good as him, and he goes into showing off. Look, you got Andre Rozier here, another great New York coach. Shout out to Uncle Dre. Yeah, man. Shout out New York City, man. Hopefully those blessings keeps coming for all those kids. Shout out to Arliano Sosa doing his thing. God's watching. Yep. God's watching.
Shout out to you guys. Hey, I would have liked to see like Colbert take on like a Chris Colbert instead of a puncher, because I hope Colbert is getting paid for fighting.
Colbert is Colbert. Who? So you got to say that again.
Oh, my bad. I said I would have loved to see Colbert fight like a Gay Flores instead of like a Rayo. And I hope Colbert is getting paid for this fight because, punchers, you should always get paid to fight a puncher.
For sure. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. It could be sink or swim. Look, Top Rank does this a lot. You know, you spoke of Gabe Flores. They do that. Like, they put you in a fight that if you don't win, they let you go. So, you know that more than anybody, Cabrera. That being said, we are going to keep these lines moving. Looks like we have to check some super chats. Don't forget, you can join us right here on Twitter Spaces and on Discord. Also, you can call in 1-425-569-5241. Remember to hit that one button one time if you're interested in talking on the show. So, looks like we got Mr. Calderon, $5 super chat that says, if Bivol versus Zuldo was free for a real belt with Cameron versus McCaskill for Undisputed on the undercard, why am I paying for a fight with no belts? I get you, but since you want to compare, you know, there is a belt on the line. It's an interim title. Whether you value it or not, it's super valuable. It puts the person in position, and that position, specifically on this card that we're speaking of, makes him the mandatory to Canelo. So there's definitely a lot involved in this fight. Now, when we talk about the undercard in comparison to McCaskill and Cameron, which was for Undisputed, I get that there is significance in that female fight because of the belts. But again, Cody Crowley's in a WBC eliminator. Eliminator, right? WBC had called Thurman as the mandatory to Earl. They're going to fight. Whether that fight satisfies the mandatory or not, that means Cody is next in line. So you see, there is significance and value for the fighter and the team of that fighter. Maybe not for you. Maybe not for you. Maybe you are like, whatever, I don't care, Ness. Cool. But Cody knows he needs this fight to get to the next position, which would be winner of Earl and Thurman. So what you care about, maybe he doesn't care about, and vice versa, man. You know? But looks like I got, okay, is this? That certainly is. All right, we got a new caller in the BX. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, bro?
How are you, brother? What's your name?
I'm listening to the show, and my name is Ace. I'm from New York.
Ace.
And yeah, man, I'm excited about this Colbert and this Rayo fight. You know, me and the boys, we sitting around and we chopping it up about the fight, and the topic had come up of boxers taking a loss in their careers, and then there goes the comparison to Jamel having a loss in his career and coming back to ultimately become undisputed champion of the world. And so, do you feel that there is an opportunity for either Colbert or Rayo to reestablish themselves and ultimately seek a belt at some time, maybe 2024, 2025?
Absolutely, man. One loss doesn't define you. One loss doesn't define you. Mosley suffered a loss. I mean, countless fighters. It's really only Floyd, Marciano, and a couple of fucking, I don't know if the proper term is Asian fighters from Thailand and stuff like that. There's a couple of those guys that are like 40-something and 0, but no one cares about those guys' undefeated record. The only one that stands the test of time is Floyd. Ali had losses. Frazier had losses. Foreman did exactly what you said. You know, Jamel did what you said, and everybody loves Jamel. I think it's about what you do. You know, if Colbert has a great performance, whether that's by knocking out Rayo or outboxing Rayo, absolutely. He's going to be one of – first of all, it'll be a confidence booster to get in there with a puncher and beat him. Then he'll get back on his talking shit to Shakur. Why not? You at 35. He's at 35. Keyshawn's at 35. Like, why not? I mean, he's a shit talker. He from New York City. He from Brooklyn, bro. Like, he gonna talk that shit. If he get this win, he back. He get this win, he all the way back. He get this win on his side of the street. If he could beat Rayo, he could beat Edwin de los Santos. If he could beat Rayo, he could go back down to 130. Now he's confident. Fuck it, coach. Let's cut the weight. I want my rematch. Get his belt back. Hector still got the belt. It's never over. All he got to do is get the win, and he be back in the good graces of Al Heyman, I'm sure.
For sure. And if I could just throw one more
question
in there for you. Do you think we are going to get Fulton and Inoue in 2024? Or is the politics or the business going to prevent the fans from getting that great fight in 2024?
I thought it was happening this year.
Well, we thought Crawford and Arrow was going to happen as well.
Yeah, but that's different.
The business and the politics behind it.
Nah, I think that's different compared to this. Yeah, Bob says it's possible for April.
Yeah, but they're saying that Fulton has to go to Japan.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was down.
Yeah, for sure. I just, we get teased so much as fans. It's like, you never really know what's going to happen.
I mean, so far so good. I don't really see any negative news on it. I will say I was trying to make this its own topic. I didn't really know how to do it in terms of, you always need a good title to draw them in. Damn, what am I doing? I must be spelling it wrong. All right, let me find it in my DMs. All right, here we go. So I wanted to go straight to the original creators page, which is, okay, that's what it was. I was spelling that wrong. So it's Luna Toon Boxing. Shout out to him. 13,000 followers. Y'all go follow him on Instagram. I'm going to screen share this. This guy's always been talented since he bust on the scene. And his wave, and what he does is illustration. And as you can see here, he's got some fine art. And the latest post is this one, 900 likes, but it's pretty telling. It's pretty telling, right? So I just want to have that sit there for a little bit so that we can just take this in and see what's going on here. So we have an illustration of Deontay Wilder taking that walk across the street, because that's a crosswalk. Al Heyman is the crossing guard, and Tyson Fury's name is on the sign in which the direction that Wilder is walking. Under there, it says Inoue and Crawford. And you see Wilder and Fulton gloved up and ready to go, crossing that street to make it happen for you and me, the boxing fan. And,
Understood.
you got Crawford at the bottom, Earl at the bottom, with Al Heyman blowing the whistle and halting him, saying, no, you can't follow. You see that last illustration? There's a footstep left of Fulton, as Fulton has already crossed the street. And you only see his leg and the little ankle. And Al's like, nah, you can't cross that street over there. You can't go see Crawford. So something is up because Wilder said, I'm going to right my wrongs. And Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. There were people that didn't want that. I seen videos and articles that he didn't need that rematch. He fought him. There were people that told Wilder, don't give Fury the rematch. Instead, take the offer from AJ, which Wilder came out and said when he had to take Fury to court, you knew I was offered more money to fight AJ, and I didn't take it to fight you because I'm a man of my word. I gave you your rematch. So, everybody's favorite fighter ain't built the same. Inouye's fighting Fulton because Fulton wants that fight. And Fulton is crossing that street. He's willing to go to Japan. But let me see what else we got. Number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Oh, shit. Did I stop? Nope. Of course I didn't stop screen sharing. Of course I didn't stop. Mother fudge. We taking calls on Twitter and Discord as well. So if you want to voice your opinion, go ahead and request to speak. All right. Looks like, what is this? 704. I think that's like a South Carolina, right? Am I wrong? Oh, North. Hey, Tip Bellis, what up?
Yo, can you hear me, Ness?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother? This Tip from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. What up, champ?
Ain't nothing much, brother. I was just calling in, man, to see if you heard the announcement from Showtime.
What announcement?
They said Showtime Sports or Showtime Boxing will no longer be at the end of the year.
I didn't see that article. Maybe something else came out?
They just announced it like this morning. It says, I'm thrilled to share the next step to our company's evolution. Today, we're announcing that we will be fully integrating Showtime into Paramount Plus across both streaming and linear platforms later this year, providing even more popular franchises and hit original for viewers to enjoy. To reflect this change, both our premium streaming tier on Paramount Plus and Showtime linear network will become Paramount Plus with Showtime in the U.S. So Showtime is merging with Paramount Plus. So everything Showtime Sports will now be Paramount. I guess they're trying to cut costs or something. And merging with Paramount.
What's the name of that article?
So the end of this year, it's on Showtime. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Showtime's Twitter.
Okay, I'll check their Twitter.
But Steven Espinoza, it may be on his page as well. But they just made the announcement today. So Showtime, at the end of this year, Showtime will be.
So which Showtime? Is it Showtime Sports? Is it Showtime or Showtime Boxing? Because they got hella Showtimes.
Showtime. Yeah, Showtime Boxing. I think they're doing away with Showtime Sports altogether, and it's going to be merging with Paramount Plus. That was what I took from it. Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
I need you to send me that link, champ, because everything I'm gonna have to screenshot is everything on their Showtime Boxing platform is just showing fights. They showing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send it to you, and then there's been a couple of YouTubers that's already made videos about it. That's why I was like, I don't know if that's true. When I first seen it,
yeah,
different people.
I'm gonna check Espinoza, see if he retweeted. But all I see on Showtime Boxing is the announcement of these new fights that they got lined up.
Okay. Let me check Instagram.
Like the first tweet, they got there is the Marciago Figueroa. But let me see.
Yeah, if you hear anything about it, man, just let us know, man, because that's interesting, man. That's
I
real,
mean, look,
very,
people
very
have been alleging and making, rumors that PBC was out of money. We'll see. I see they announcing fights. Maybe they only have this year left. I don't know, but they announcing fights all this year.
Well, they say they say they only doing big fights now, like this year. They're not really doing.
But champ, they just announced Figueroa versus Maxiago. That ain't big on anybody's.
Yeah, you right.
You know,
you right. You
like
right.
that shit ain't big.
Yeah,
That's a regular fight. But I tell you this, for the people that think I was gonna create a narrative, if I don't even say if, I hope Paramount closes the door. I hope Showtime is out of business. I hope they go out of business in terms of boxing. You ain't doing it right. You being a cancer. You don't want to negotiate with other promoters and other networks. You make it so difficult to fight. Fuck it. Get the fuck out the sport and let those fighters go to Top Rank, Matchroom, and Golden Boy. Because guess what? If Showtime is gone, what they gonna do? They gonna have to find another motherfucking network. They gonna have to get down with Black Prime. They gonna have to do something. If Showtime is gone, they gonna have to go somewhere else. So yes, buy Showtime. That's one less app I need.
Yep.
That's what people don't think, that they don't understand. I don't gangbang networks. I don't gangbang networks. I ain't wearing no Showtime flag or no PBC flag. Ain't no DAZN flag hanging out the right side of my pocket. Goodbye. I don't need to give them another $10 a month.
But yeah, that's crazy. That because I remember you mentioning the fact that you buy the fight, but you can't even go back and watch it.
Nope.
After you purchase it, that's crazy.
C-Dub, it ain't about an interview.
I think they need to move on.
Look at my man talking about don't do this. You need an interview. It ain't about an interview. It's about you and I as consumers. If there's no Showtime, those fighters got to go to the networks that still have dates, which means we will get the fights we need.
Yep.
We will get the fights we need. I don't want them to get another influx of money so they could keep their fighters away from everybody else for another 5-10 years. Fuck it. Showtime is on to something. Put your money into movies and series. Tell boxing, kick fucking rocks. I'm happy with that. Let them go to ESPN. Let them call Bob. Let them call Eddie. Let them call Oscar. I don't want to pay 5 different motherfucking people to watch boxing. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. So if it's true, okay, goodbye. I don't need it. I really don't.
Yep.
They gonna find a way to put them on ESPN.
But, hey, look into it, man, and then when you get updates, man, just update us today. I'm gonna be tuned in all day today.
You got it.
With you, so I appreciate it, Nurse. Have a
For
blessed
sure.
day.
Yeah, man. Listen, if they merging and they gonna give them more money, whatever. But truth be told, as a boxing fan, we should not want them to get no more money. We should not. We should want them to close the door. We really should. We really should. We've got since 2013, maybe. 2013, maybe, like this fake separation. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Cut that cord. We don't need that shit. Why am I paying Showtime $10 for Figueroa Maxiago? That's me metaphorically jerking my fucking cock on that bullshit fight, man. Coming all over that bullshit fight. Fuck out of here. And then dudes got the nerve to be right. This gonna be a war. Man, Marciago should be giving fucking Gary Russell a rematch. And I'm tired of the politics. They fighting for Vargas's belt. They fighting for an interim while Vargas is fighting Oshaki So the minute he fights and beats or loses to Oshaki, Figueroa all of a sudden gets elevated from interim. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Ain't nobody, like, I don't got time. I'm done, bro. I got so much shit going on in my life. I can't be giving every random dude that says he's a boxer a fucking hour to watch your fight, bro. They got to do better. They got to do better. And honestly, this isn't hate. You've heard me here for years say, I want Al to walk his ass across the street and ask DAZN for $1 billion. You got more fighters than Eddie. You got a bigger grip on America than Eddie. So if they could give Eddie $1 billion, fuck, tell him give you $250,000. Because you ain't got the international reach of Eddie. You ain't in Italy. You ain't in Australia. You ain't in Canada. You damn sure not in the UK. And I'm talking to Al Heyman and the PBC. So go get you a little bit of money. Don't ESPN give Bob Arum $90 million a year? You got 200 and some fighters. You could try and ask for 100, 200. Get that. Get some dates. Fight on that side of the street. Make shit happen. I'm tired of this fucking separation, segregation bullshit. I'm done. In other sports, they got the segregation, but they meet at whatever championships. I can't explain it the way Danny could, but I'm sure the AFC meets the whoever fucking CC whatever shit. You feel me? They fucking meet in the playoffs. They meet at the championship, not us. We sitting around here with our hands in our pocket, letting them just fucking pick our wallet. No, sir. No, sir. I've been done. I've been done, man. I've been done. They're not going to do that to me no more. You see, when the price of eggs go to 20 a carton, what do? You fucking stop eating eggs. You just stop eating eggs, bro. But no, we got these weirdos that's like, fuck, it went up $20, man. The same chicken shitting out the same egg. They want to charge me $20. Fuck it, I'm going to buy it. No, sir. No, sir. I'll catch you when the price come down. And if you don't force the price to go down, it won't go the fuck down. So keep buying your $20 eggs and your shitty pay-per-views for motherfuckers not defending belts. Go ahead. Do your thing, man. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done buying the garbage. I'm done lying about the bullshit. I'm done being optimistic about they bullshit. Done. Showtime is done. Better for me. Better for me. Al got so many fighters, he gonna be forced to go find a television network. And if you can't find another one to continue separating and segregating your fucking fighters, when the last time Marcus Brown fought? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. You feel me? You ain't got dates, man. Stop this bullshit. Just go to DAZN. Lay something out. Like, why these motherfuckers? I swear, I'm proactive. I'm proactive, bro. I've never sat around waiting for a motherfucker to come give me money. I'm knocking on the door. Hey, DAZN.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I know. Neither could they. Hey, DAZN. I got 200 fighters. Do you like any of them? Oh, you like Earl? Oh, you like Caleb? So does that mean that I could somehow get a bunch of dates based off my superstar fighters? Because I got Earl, I got Caleb, I got David Benavidez, I got Danny Garcia, I got Keith Thurman. Man, you got a plethora of fighters that DAZN needs to make DAZN America sustainable. You know what I'm saying? So go do that. Go do that. I'm not about to make excuses for nobody no more. We got Trey Donix, who says $2 super chat, $80 is a blessing. It could easily be 100 plus. No, the fuck it can't. And that's what I'm saying. We back to conditioning. Back to conditioning. We only pay one pay-per-view. In pay-per-view history, there's only been one pay-per-view at $100. Or am I wrong? Was it both Mayweather and Pacquiao and Mayweather and McGregor, or was it just Mayweather and McGregor? I need Danny for that, but it is what it is. Either I'm right or I'm wrong, and I'm off by 1. Okay? And those were mega fights. Stop being conditioned. Now this somehow landed on the mega fight level, and it's worth $100+ to some of you fucking weirdos. You are the ones fucking up the game with the shit you say. You are the ones. B-Dog, you ain't gotta be here. Like, you dudes that are man fans, like he's still talking about Crawford. You're the one making excuses for Crawford yesterday. You dudes are obsessed with that fight. You obsessed, man. Don't you, like, talk boxing? Like, all you do is talk about that weak-ass fight. Shut your dumb ass up, fucking weirdo. Mayweather was on DAZN the other day. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? DAZN got dates. DAZN gave Misfits Boxing 5 years of dates. Al Heyman should be embarrassed of himself that he got over 200 fighters and he can't get more dates than fucking Misfits Boxing. Yeah, laugh at me. I'm the dumb one. But fucking KSI got 5 years worth of dates up front. But I'm stupid. I've been telling Al for 5 years to go to DAZN. 5 years since they fucking offered the Wild to fucking fight. But I'm dumb. I'm just a YouTuber that don't know business. I see KSI walked his ass over there. And got that fucking money. But I'm just a YouTuber, man. The fuck do I know? The fuck do I know, bruh? It's just hilarious, man. Sometimes you got to come to grips that you ain't the smartest in the room and that other people may have a good idea. You know? But if you ain't allowing yourself to hear them ideas, how can you ever get anywhere? Elijah in Philadelphia, what up? I mean, wait, it's not Philly, right? It's fucking up. Michigan.
Yeah. How you doing, Nestor?
Chilling, man.
You going off, man. You speaking some truth. I fuck with you. I just was Googling this shit about the Showtime Paramount stuff the other day. All of Showtime is being combined with Paramount. You guys already talked about that?
You said all of Showtime what?
All of Showtime is being combined with Paramount.
Yeah.
So it's all going together. And, what they said was they didn't address sports and boxing specifically, but the quote was that they were going to be diverting investment from areas that weren't returning.
Yep.
And a lot of people think that means boxing, but some people were saying that it could also just mean all that extra shit they do with like the tank profiles that they do all the time and shit. I heard some people saying it might just be that they might still show the fight, but it's not likely. But yeah, I just wanted to give you the quote because I was researching that the other day, but I got to head out. But you have a good one, man. Peace out.
You too, champ. FYI, Mayweather has over 2 million views on DAZN's YouTube channel just on their highlights. Here's another reason why the whole PBC should be on DAZN, because they social media platforms and their social media managers are fucking number one. How does a company come out and they only maybe 4 years old and they already competing with companies that have been in business 50 years? Top Rank got like 1 million subscribers. DAZN got like fucking how many? 2 million already? In 4 years? Top Rank used to keep their fights. Showtime used to keep their fights on their app. DAZN puts that shit out on YouTube. DAZN promotes PBC, Showtime, motherfucking Slapbox, and they don't give a fuck on their Instagram. They're not gangbanging like if you go to the PBC Instagram and there's only PBC shit there. Even ESPN promotes everybody. It's about exposure, man. And if you can't get that, you whack. I'm not going to fucking stress myself out. You whack. You don't get it. It's easy, you know? Let your favorite fighter fight somewhere that nobody gonna see him because you okay with that. And that's okay too. I'm not mad at y'all. To each his own. To each his own, man. Exactly. Akim Barak interview everybody. They not restricted. Like Brian Custer allegedly interviews everybody ever since his podcast got swallowed by Showtime. But truth be told, does he really? Or is it just the occasional big name? Canelo, Crawford. Those are your across the street interviews. Where the fuck is Callum Smith's interview? Chris Eubank Jr.'s interview? Conor Benn's interview? You understand? Where are those interviews at? Where's Belanga? Not now that he a free agent either. Before. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They don't do that on the zone. If it's a good fight, they telling you it's a good fight. They don't do that on ESPN. We screen share they Instagram all the time. They don't do that. It's Showtime that purposely didn't put Terrence Crawford's name on the welterweights, putting other people's name up there like we care about that welterweight. Man, knock it the fuck off. They've been trying to condition you from the beginning, and y'all just been eating that garbage. Big Balls Nino, what up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Good morning, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button. I just got done looking at the undercard. I just seen it this morning. I'm glad to see Colbert back in there. Want to see what he do. This fight at 35, I believe. I think he should just go ahead and stay at 35. Don't go back down to 30 unless Hector give him a shot at his belt again. I think he'll be stronger at 35. But I want to see Cody Crowley too. I've been hearing a whole lot about him. I hear he like, you feel me, a second tier under Boots or right there with him. I ain't never seen him fight before. So I'm going to definitely be tuned in to Cody. And about the whole network situation, I just got in here. I heard you talking about the whole network thing. I know when I was growing up, like HBO was the network. You know what I'm saying? There really wasn't nobody competing with HBO. Like whenever it was a big fight, it was on HBO. And like you said, it's so many goddamn networks now. It'll be a fight on the Zone, Showtime, a new motherfucking Matchroom, goddamn, be on YouTube. Motherfucker, I was watching Mayweather dude. He need to be on Top Rank, Jahil Hackett. This motherfucker fighting on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Truck fighting on YouTube and shit. It's just so many places you got to go to watch fights nowadays, like you said. And fights can't happen because of this other side of the street and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why boxing ain't, you feel me, as popular like when when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 30 now. So when I was growing up, it was motherfucking everybody was a name, you know what I'm saying? Because the sport was just so much bigger than what it is now. It's like shit. It's probably maybe what 3, 4, you know what I'm saying, boxers now that's mainstream for real, like Tank Ryan. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say Shakur is up there kind of because I guess there's a social media, but it's like these fighters ain't famous no more like they used to be. Like Zab Judah bigger than so many of these names nowadays just because of how he was back in the day. It's like Bernard, all these dudes, bro. It's like we ain't got no famous fighters, you know what I mean? So I think that's another thing that's hurting the sport and all these fighters trying to get their money and whatnot. It's like, bro, y'all ain't even got the fan bases to make these big fights no more. It's like even with Cool Boy Fording anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like Cool Boy, my dog, but I could ask 10 of my homies, do they know Stephen Fording, and they ain't gonna know him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, that's going to be a big fight for me, but they ain't going to have no fight party or nothing for that for the homies. But it's like when Tank fight, of course, everybody going to want to be able to see that fight. It's like people ain't interested in boxing like they was when I was growing up. It's like now they only be worried about 2, 3 fights a year. And that's a problem for, you feel me, for boxing in general. So I think they need to do whatever they need to do to clean that up, try to get the fan base back. I know it's a video game coming out. I think that'll help, but it's just so much shit wrong with boxing, man. I just hope we get it back to the old days where we getting all the big fights. Niggas ain't scared to take losses no more. You feel me? We get the sport back how it's supposed to be. But that's all I got on this call, man. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button, like I said.
Big Balls, appreciate the call. So I want to say something to add to that rant, right? Another reason why the zone is the answer, I don't know if you guys know, because everybody's busy reading the Showtime gossip that they didn't read the zone news from a few weeks ago, where they announced that they're merging with Amazon Prime. Something that my producer has been begging boxing to do for at least 18 months, 12 months, maybe 24 months. Now, let me give you some details on this DAZN Amazon Prime merger. What does that mean? It means in certain territories, well, I'll give you the specifics, your older relatives don't need to download DAZN anymore. They don't need to go to their phone anymore. They don't need to go to their smart TV and look for an app that says DAZN anymore. They just go to Amazon Prime and DAZN is there. Guess what else they don't need? They don't need a DAZN membership. It's existing with your Amazon Prime. Man, where the fuck is my flex bomb? I said it's existing with your Amazon Prime. That means I could cut DAZN because I already got Prime. Obviously, I cannot because it's not here in America. I think it started in Australia. You Google it. You Google it. You get the details. You come right back and tell me what countries exactly. But the point is they started. The point is they started. Don't make me put something up in your starter cap, you fucking bums. That's the thing, you're gang banging. Ness, you a flip-flopper. No, motherfucker. Life teaches you lessons. I thought PBC was the shit till they stopped giving us nothing but dog shit. Now I see DAZN is innovative and smart. Now I see DAZN in 4 years, their social media, their YouTube channel, their Instagram channel, their Twitter channel has surpassed most boxing promoters. Now I see DAZN has linked with influencers and they're getting known worldwide. Now I see DAZN has territories everywhere. You feel me? Like, we can't just, oh, fuck it, I hate DAZN, I hate DAZN, I hate Eddie. Meanwhile, they giving it to you for free if you an existing customer already with Prime. Come on, man. I mean, sometimes I don't even like getting upset because it's like, y'all not worth my energy sometimes. It's like you're not even intelligent enough to see what's going on. You know? When DAZN came out, what did they say? Netflix of boxing. They in that direction. Someone Google, because I ain't got no co-host. Someone go ahead and fucking Google how many subscribers does Amazon Prime have? How big could that be for DAZN 5 years from now? Look at B-Dog on some dick riding shit. What good? You gotta go, man. Why we got negative motherfuckers? I swear. Get your ass out of here, little flea. My man said, what good cards has DAZN put on? So they ain't just put on Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor whenever that happened. They don't put no good cards. My bad. It's PBC only. Here goes the lineup for this quarter. Here goes the lineup. Vargas Foster. Ray Vargas, Oshaki Foster. Matias Ponce. Sabril Matias, whoever the fuck Ponce is. The return of Jamal James is on that undercard versus whoever the fuck Meta is. Okay. Figueroa Maxiago, another card. And then Benavidez playing another card. That's your first quarter. What are we talking about? You acting like anybody's giving us fireworks. What's ESPN? Robisi and Dogbay. Good fight. Good fight. But that's just as good as Figueroa and Maciago. What else is DAZN giving us? Oh, Shakur versus Shoshino. Oh, good fight. Because it's an eliminator. Same fucking thing as Vargas Foster. Maybe Foster Vargas is better because guess what? We know Vargas and fucking Foster. Who the fuck is Shoshino? Huh? So really, what are you talking about when you tell me, what good cards? Shut up. Ain't nobody giving us fucking fireworks. I mean, oh my goodness, bro. I just can't with these people sometimes. No optimism in y'all, man. Negativity. We got Robert the Genius with a $2 super chat. Says, Robert the Genius versus Jordan Baker, February 25th, right here on Border Wars. Border Wars is going down February 25th, 24 days out, right here in Las Vegas. Come out to the city and join us in the festivities. It's going to be some action-packed fights. They'll be streaming live right here on our YouTube channel, or you can join us live in the city and watch these fights live. I got Dominique Laval who says, I'm with you on that, Ness. 100 emoji, $2 super chat. Shout out to you. Mr. Calderon back with another $5 super chat. He says, what's messed up for the fighters, they still got to pay Al 30% on other platforms until their contract is finished. Yeah, that 30%, I don't know about that. You know, truth be told, there's numerous interviews of people telling you that Al only charges 10%. Numerous interviews. Al never really got into this for money according to people that know him. And that's why those rumors and those stories go around that he only charges 10, which is, you know, very low compared to many others. But again, a lot of people don't talk to managers. A lot of people don't talk to fighters. Some fighters don't even tell you those personal details. But yes, I've had interviews. From my understanding, especially most of those 2012 Olympian crops, 10%. Line 6 read, I never heard that 30 shit from no fighter with a fucking name that you and I both know. No Keith Thurmans, Danny Garcia, Sean Porters, Chris Colberts. Nobody. No Wilders. None of the motherfuckers ever told me Al taking 30%. So knock it the fuck off.
Hey, what's up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, yeah, I agree, man. I like the way the zone is moving. I've been saying that for a while. When it first came out, I was like, boxing on an app? That's ridiculous, but everything is on apps now. I mean, that's the way of the future, so I definitely think they're ahead of the game on that. I just wish they had more, you know, like the Shakurs, and I wish Haney would have stayed over there. Obviously, you know, I wish Boots was with him and stuff like that. I feel like, what's his name, Eddie Hearns and Matchroom and the zone, they need to go out for those up-and-coming stars, you know what I'm saying? And as far as PBC goes, I ain't never rocked with PBC. When I first started calling in, you was always Al Heyman this and PBC that. So I'm glad your eyes are finally open to what's real. You know, keep enlightening yourself. If I can get you to enlighten yourself about Boots, you'll be the man. That's my call, Ness.
All right, champ. All right. Yeah, man, let's see what they do with Boots, you know. Let's see who they give him, which direction they move him now. Or does he just sit and wait to see what happens with Earl and Keith? But let's see what we got. If you want to call in, the number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion. We got Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy on Twitter Spaces. You got to unmute.
What's up, brother?
What
How y'all
up?
doing this morning?
Can't complain.
Hey, Matt. I heard that. Yeah, I just want to say something, man. I hear a lot of people always talking about Al Heyman like he's like the devil incarnate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get he's not perfect. He's not perfect, but I don't see them keep the same energy with these other promoters. And that's my only problem. These other promoters have a long laundry list of fighters, you know, suing them for left and right, keeping fighters on the shelf, you know, destroying careers, throwing them to certain people at the right time. And these same people don't say anything about that. And I get it. Y'all don't like Al Heyman, but we got to keep the same energy. Like if we really go through the archives and we look through all the lawsuits all the way back to Muhammad Ali, how they played him with the Muslims and everything, no one says anything. But as soon as Al Heyman does something little, like people come with these wild,
What are the little things that you think they're taking out of proportion?
Just like my man with the 30%. He just made that up, bro. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other little thing, sort of like what was my man saying yesterday? When I was listening to the show, he was just throwing out wild stuff like Mayweather runs PBC, and if Floyd says it, that's what it is because Al gave him full control. And then you even called him out. He's like, who told you this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, It's just like their imaginations run so wild when it comes to Al. But when we see like Oscar De La Hoya doing wild stuff, it just goes over people's head. It's like not a big deal. So my whole thing is, y'all, we got to keep the same energy with boxing. I get we got different sides.
I hear you on that, but I think that our frustration with Al Heyman at this point is he's the only one segregating. That's just the bottom line. Like, has Al sent Crawford, John Molina, and Felix Diaz? Yeah. Has Al done that type of C-level business? Yeah, but he ain't doing the A-side business. He not letting Wilder cross the street. He not letting motherfucking he didn't let Wilder go fight AJ over there. You know, 120 million, 4-fight deal. They said that the issue was that AJ and DAZN didn't want to say what AJ was making. They could have kept trying. They didn't have to walk away upset.
I'll give you that.
They didn't have to walk away upset.
I'll give you that.
You know, we don't never see Al willing to make that fight unless it's the last fight or unless there's a bunch of titles on, like Marcus Brown, Arthur Beterbiev. He had to fight Beterbiev because it's 3 belts on the line. Then it's okay to go to ESPN. Just like motherfucking Wilder Fury. Okay, fuck it. We gonna co-promote. Now you could go over there. It's never like, oh, this the best fight for my fighter. Let's see if Eddie want to make a deal like Charlo Andrade.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, Bob Arum does the same things.
What you mean? He does. He lets Jose Ramirez go fight on DAZN, didn't he? For unification.
But he won't do it with Al though. When it comes to Al, they don't want to work with Al.
I don't know.
Like it's a two-way street.
Am I right?
That's all I'm saying. Like I feel like Al gets all of the blame, and I'm not saying Al's not to blame for none of it, but I feel like y'all give him all of the blame, and y'all don't give.
But didn't Tank get an offer from Eddie that he shitted on? You think he got that offer directly from Eddie? You don't think Al seen it?
No, and that's what I'm saying. But no,
so
I hear you on that.
No, but you're not. I'm saying no, champ. You saying you hearing me? You saying you hearing me, but you're not really listening. Think about the way Al Heyman does business. Eddie sent you an offer. You never reply. Then you got the fighter who legally has to see the offer come out and reveal the offer on Instagram. So it's Al that never responds to the offers. It's Al that leaves the emails unread.
Okay, look, I'm hearing you, but what I'm...
The fighters get the...
No, I hear you, but listen to me, though. Listen, let me speak. I hear what you're saying, but if you're telling me that doesn't happen with Bob or anybody else, that's what I'm saying. If you're saying that, then that's untrue. What I'm saying is when it does happen with them, it's not exploded as much as with Al. I hear everything you're saying. I'm just saying he does. I'm just saying the vitriol doesn't go around as much as for everyone as it does for Al. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disputing what you're saying.
Did Bob Arum block the Fury Wilder fight?
The third time, I believe they were trying to. Not the first 2 times, but the third time they definitely were.
I mean, was it Arum or was it Fury?
But I think Arum and Fury are one.
What about the Inoue fight?
Arum didn't want that fight though, bro.
Have we heard?
Arum wanted the AJ fight though, bro. I mean that's documented fact. They didn't want the fight.
No, and that was
so
the bigger
that's what I'm saying. We have to give him as much. We have to give him as much fire as we give Al. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
like, if you sit here and tell me that Al...
Have you seen any reports of Arum saying, no, we don't want Inoue to fight Fulton?
Pardon me?
Have you seen any
I,
reports of Bob saying, no, we don't want a new way to fight Fulton?
No, and I never said that, but that's what I'm saying. You jumping.
What about Better
what I'm
Beef?
saying.
What about Better Beef? Did we see any reports that that Bob didn't want him to fight Marcus Brown?
But I saw where he said. Well, I saw where he said that they're only going to make that Bivol fight on ESPN.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with Al, though. That ain't got nothing to do with Al, though.
No. I know, but no, that's my point. Y'all not calling him out on that. But if it was Al, it'd be Al's holding up the fight.
Hold on.
Oh my God, Al.
Hold on. You want me to call him out on the same thing that Al is doing? Because
on everything.
Because
all the things.
No. Where did Al want the Earl Spence Crawford fight to happen?
He wanted it to happen on PBC.
Okay. So what's
I'm
wrong?
not saying that's what I'm saying, brother. I'm not saying he's wrong. No, you're not listening to my point. I'm not saying Al is correct for that. I'm just saying call out Bob the same way you call out Al. That's all I'm saying.
But that's what I'm telling
I'm not
you,
here defending
brother.
Al.
But that's what I'm telling you. You got to pick and choose what you call out. You cannot call out a promoter that has a fighter with 3 belts for not letting that fighter with 3 belts cross any metaphorical street. You didn't invest your money to build that fighter to a 3-belt unified champion to let him walk across the street and do a 50-50 fight, which I ain't talking 50-50 potential who could win. I'm talking finances. So I built this motherfucker up. I put him on ESPN.
Right.
I got him all these belts, and you want me to go split the proceeds? No, that fight with Bivol happens here.
Okay, so listen. So hear me out then. Hear me out. So are you saying that if Al did that, you'd have no issue with it, right?
I didn't have an issue. I was the one defending.
Okay, so
you don't remember me defending Earl for saying he gonna clean up his side of the street?
Okay, brother. So listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying there are people on here that would have a problem with Al doing it and not not the other way around. That's all I'm saying.
But brother, you hear me on here all the time tell you that some of these people are stupid. You can't bother yourself with people that don't understand business. That's business 101. You don't buy a house.
I'm not attacking you.
I know
I'm
you're
not attacking you. I'm saying these people. Yeah, I'm saying I'm talking to these people. I'm just saying keep the same energy. Because if Al did it, everybody would be up in arms. But if Bob did it, it'd be okay. That's all I'm saying is keep the same energy. That's my whole message right there. I feel what you're saying, but that's my message. Like y'all, the boxing fan, keep the same energy, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. Yeah, man. I like to always take it to the house metaphor.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not about to buy this house, rehab it, spend all the money to fix it back up and make it look pretty again, put it on the market, and then the first couple that comes by, because this their first house, I'm supposed to get a soft heart and say, this is your first house, so I'm going to shave off $40,000, $50,000 profit I could have made because I want to help you get your first. Man, get the fuck out of here and kick rocks. I invested this money, not you. I knocked these walls down and put this sheetrock up. I redid these floors. I want every bit of profit. The same way motherfucking Al wants every bit of profit out of Earl. Same way Aaron wants every bit of profit out of Better Bev. And I'm sure DAZN is going to negotiate as hard as they can to get every bit of profit out of Bivol because he beat Canelo. So that undisputed fight is bigger because he got the upset win over Canelo, then he got another win over Gilberto. You know, he's a legitimate fight. But one side did the heavy lifting a la Earl Spence, and that's Artur Beterbiev. He got all the belts together. But, we going to the unbiased boxing fan. What is up? Unbiased boxing fan.
What's up, bro?
What up?
Question. I just looked at the undercard. I missed some of your earlier show. Does this undercard move the needle for you to pay $80 for it?
Absolutely, man. Compared to previous undercards, I think this is almost like a Don King. It could be better. I clearly said that. I know you said you just tuning in. I definitely said it could be better. Obviously, Cody Crowley could be fighting a better welterweight than Abel Ramos coming off a loss to Luke Santamaria. Obviously, Joey Spencer, should not be fighting Abel Ramos. I think Abel Ramos should be fighting the Lubins, Terrell Gaches, Fonduras, those 54-pounders. Sebastian, what's his name? The dude that Jamel fought? Because he's a short 54 too. My man was sparring with Virgil and somebody else. Another welterweight. What the fuck is his name? Ooh. The Argentine, I can't remember his name. I said it earlier, but yeah, that's who Jesus Ramos should be fighting, not a dude coming off a loss to a welterweight, but whatever.
But it's enough for you to toss that $80 out.
I mean, think about it. Chris Colbert coming off a loss and he's stepping up in weight 5 pounds to face a puncher in Rayo. We know he's a puncher. Last thing to go on a fighter is his power. So that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Then technically speaking, Joey Spencer is undefeated. Abel Ramos is undefeated. They're in the same division. One is 19-0, the other 16-0. It is a good fight. I just feel that Ramos is on another level and Joey is still developing. So it could have been maybe a Castaño would have been better for Jesus. But I get this. This is still an undefeated fight. Somebody's always got to go in a division where both these men obviously have the same goal to be a world champion. So that's a good fight.
Yeah, same aspiration. Yeah, it's some good fights on there. I looked at the undercard and I saw some good fights on there.
And you gotta remember, this is only the undercard. The fight you really want is Plant Benavidez. That you've been asking for that for 3 years.
To me, but the thing is though, Plant Benavidez to me is like a co-main.
Man, you tripping.
It gives me a co-main feel.
How, Sway? How? Tell me how, please. No, really.
All right. So tell me if this make any sense to you, man. This fight is slightly over-marinated.
It's only
They should have fought when they were undefeated. Yeah, you're right. It's only been 3 years, but in this era, man, they should have fought when they were undefeated, man. They should have fought 2 or 3 years ago.
He only lost to Canelo, the pound-for-pound king. Then he comes
no
back.
doubt about it.
Then he comes back and knocks out a common opponent with Benavidez, where people said Plant ain't got power. He slept someone. You are tripping
he slept
today.
someone. I don't know I don't think I'm personally tripping, to be honest with you. I just think our bar is low. I think our bar has lowered in boxing overall through the course of the years. That's what I think it is. I think our bar has lowered some.
I can't complain about that. I just said that statement that we got poor standards as boxing fans, but I think that this fight.
See, I don't, man. I'm old, man. I'm old. I came up with watching great cards. So
all right.
I may pay for the car. I may pay for it, but I'm still on the fence.
How old? Marvin
I'm 44, man.
Nah, man, you my age. Get out of here, man. What fighters was fighting each other when we was coming up? It's the same shit. Floyd ain't fighting Mayweather.
What fighters were we? I was already old when Mayweather. I was old when Mayweather was coming up. I was already seasoned. I at least got a chance to see Roy Jones fight James Toney and Bernard Hopkins when they were in their 20s, bro.
Champ, he fought Bernard when Bernard was a fucking prospect. Then he ain't fight Bernard again till they was 2 grandfathers. What are you talking about?
They fought though. That's the thing. They fought.
No. They fought when one dude wasn't ready coming out of prison with no fucking amateur background. What are we talking about?
Are you seriously gonna downplay that, bro?
Yes.
You really gonna downplay that, my brother? You really gonna do this right now?
Yep.
Wow. But at least you admit that our standards have lowered overall when it comes to boxing cards and what we expect from the top to bottom of the card. Now, I still feel that Benavidez and Plant is a co-main. I do. But based on the undercard moved me some. I'm still on the fence on giving it $80, bro. You just like you were saying before, a week ago or weeks back, bro. We gotta pay for every month, bro. Every month I gotta shell out $80 to watch these fights, bro.
So
every month,
BoxRec is saying that B-Hop fought Roy Jones for the IBF title in 1993.
Yep.
And tell the
for
world
the title.
Tell the world when they had that rematch.
Woo, 2005, 2006. Okay.
So how can
but
we say?
But you just said a key word though. He was fighting for the title, so that means obviously he was worthy enough to go for that title. It wasn't like he was fighting for nothing. So Bernard Hopkins wasn't no bum. He wasn't just 2 weeks from the prison cell going to fight Roy Jones. Man.
I mean, Roy Jones was a special talent though.
No doubt about it. That's my favorite fighter, man. That's my guy.
Bernard proved himself on the job. Bernard wasn't an amateur standout. He wasn't expected to be who he was. He learned how to box in prison.
Yeah, he worked his way up, workman-like.
Okay. So Bernard and Roy, that was never the fight. It was always Tony and Roy.
And they fought in their 20s.
Okay. But it wasn't Bernard. Don't bring up Bernard who forced his way in because he was determined.
All right. I'll let you have that one. I'm going to let you have that one. Yeah, okay. I ain't going to bring up Bernard.
And then think about it. Bernard was, let's say, is it too far-fetched to say he was like the Hagler of his era?
What, Bernard?
Yes.
Not quite, because Bernard traveled so many different weight classes, bro. So, be honest with you, if Spence didn't have the injuries that he's had in the inactivity, Spence could have probably been that person that would have been most similar to Hagler. But his inactivity and injuries took away from that feeling that I had.
But Champ, what about B-Hop's middleweight run? How does
the middleweight run was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It wasn't very Hagler-like. I just think because he traveled and he covers many different weight classes, I don't automatically associate Bernard Hopkins' run with Marvin Hagler, but you made a very valid point, though, about his middleweight run.
As the avoided fighter, like, look how long it took for him to get Oscar, Trinidad, the rematch with Roy. Like, what are we talking about? How he... Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a history buff. Maybe I'm reaching, but last I checked,
it ain't that you're not reaching. It's just that remember he was in a high. He came down for them. He came down for them.
Who?
He was at a higher class. Bernard came down for them.
They went up. Bernard was always 60.
And he came down. Wait, hold on. Okay. Bernard went up after, didn't he?
Well, no, okay. I mean, when he fought Oscar...
I thought he came down and they came up and he went down. They met.
Let me pull it up. He fought Oscar...
Yeah, I thought they met because I thought he was at 160, 168 at one point and came back down.
No. He fought Oscar at 60. Once he went up, he ain't come back down. Not from what I'm seeing.
Okay, cool. So they had to come up to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they wasn't ducking. He wasn't being ducked. They had to come up to him. They had to get, so I mean.
Bruh, but that's what I'm trying to, motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, I was young during that time, but weren't people saying Roy was avoiding B-Hop's rematch?
Yes, some people were saying it. I remember it clear as day.
So that's what I'm saying. You fought a dude.
But Roy was doing big boy shit though. He was going to heavyweight doing big boy shit.
Nobody gave a fuck about John Ruiz, man. What heavyweight is that? What history he going down in?
Bro, that was history, man. I ain't gonna let you dog my man Roy like this right now. That was history, man. That was fucking history.
Bro. David Hay beat a better heavyweight. David Hay beat a better heavyweight. David Hay,
so what?
Undisputed,
you right, and I'm still saying so what? I'm unbiased in almost everything. but Roy Jones, most part, I'm not. Even though I will admit that he probably lost all 3 fights to Tarver. But outside of that, it's hard for me to be unbiased when it comes to Roy Jones. That's my guy. He was gracious to me when I went to college in Pensacola. I got nothing but love for Roy
That's
Jones.
so
So I'm always
crazy.
going.
That's so crazy because your username says the unbiased boxing fan, but you saw him biased to Roy because he was your friend somewhere in college or
No,
some
no, no,
shit.
that ain't because he was my friend. It's just because I loved him as a boxer. And listen, at the end of the day, a fan stands short for fanatic. So for certain boxers, like when we were young coming up, there was always a boxer you was a gigantic fan of. So a lot of people had a big fandom of Holyfield, big fandom of Tyson. But that's where it gets cut off right there. Now, when I'm looking at all the fighters now, there's not one fighter that I'm going to go over caping for at this point in time. There's fighters that I like. Like I like Tank in the ring a lot. I do like Spence in the ring. I just don't like what he's doing outside of the ring. With PBC. I like Bud in the ring because he got that extra dog in him that's nasty. So there's nobody right now fighting that I'm going to do what I'm doing for Roy Jones right
So
now.
you buying a pay-per-view? And I'm talking
still on
about
the fence,
Roy,
but
I'm talking about the Roy Jones pay-per-view.
Come on, quit playing with me, man.
What?
I love Roy, but I'm not spending. Is it 1999?
He got to fight.
He fighting that big. He fighting that big dude. That big dude be with my man Gage in New Haven to be doing all that with bodybuilding shit. Yeah, I'm not. If it's 1999, I might just for the hell of it. But if it's any real money, no.
Well, champ, let me get to some other people here. Thank you for calling in.
No.
We going out to Young Oaf. What up? Young Oaf, unmute. Chin. There you go.
Yo, you can hear me?
Now we can.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, that dude is tripping. This fight is definitely worth it. How many times we pay $80-$90 for Tank and the undercards be better than the main fight or whatever, not just Tank, but how many fights we seen that. Plus, this is a type of fight, like, the potential is good. Like, these dudes could go off and fight Charlo. They could go off and fight Andre. Like, this is a good-ass fight to me.
It is to me, too. It is to me.
Yeah,
I like the card. Obviously, it could have been better, but I like the undercard.
Right. I'm just excited about the main event. Like, the undercard is cool, but this is like, you talking about Plant, obviously coming off that big-ass knockout. He's a pure boxer. Benavidez wants all the smoke with the whole world. So it's like, if I ask you what better fight could we get in this division, is maybe one or two other fights we could get that's better than this one.
Nah, this is the fight to make. After this, the winner versus, the undisputed champ. This is the fight to make.
Right. Okay, cool. So we see eye to eye. We've been seeing eye to eye. But all right, man. God bless, brother. I'm about to head to my meeting, but I just wanted to hop on real quick.
Thank you, brother. Bless you. Appreciate that. We got Adrian. What up? Got to unmute, Adrian.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Doing good, man. It's Adrian from D Block, D Town, DC to D-Ville.
Let's go.
Baltimore, stand up. Nez, I think the great thing about boxing is that, you got two people in the ring, and the truth always comes out who's better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I talk about people coming in and doing shady stuff to my boxing, which is what Al Heyman did when he tried to sneak in and take Oscar's fighters, which Oscar wasn't in the right path of his mind either. I can't just defend Oscar all the way, but I feel like karma's always going to come back and bite you. And all I gotta say is, Al Heyman has really brought our industry down with boxing, and just the key feature is with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, what he did. I think that's a big shame in boxing, and people should look at that. and say they should never have somebody like that come back to boxing again and do what he's been doing to us as boxing fans. Coming up this year, we got to pay pay-per-view fights for all these fights that were supposed to be just regular fights on Showtime, and now look where Showtime's at. They slept with the devil, man, and now they're gonna be canceled, man. So you're right. The Zone deserves more respect in boxing. They bring more to the game. They're revolutionizing boxing where it's supposed to be in an app, and I really do respect the way the Zone is. They treat you with respect, and I love their content. And I gotta say, long live boxing, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Peace out, man.
But I want you to tell me your most memorable
Go for it.
DAZN fight.
My most memorable DAZN fight was I was in the backyard talking about Anthony Joshua, how great he was, with my brother in the back chilling, and we were seeing it on the phone because my brother didn't even know about the app. But guess what? We're drinking, chilling, and next time you know, Andy Ruiz beats Anthony Joshua. So that was the most memorable fight I can have, and I'll always take with me.
And that's a great memory. That's one of my highest fight chats ever in terms of views, but that was fucking a long time ago. Do you have anything more recent?
Yeah, we could say Canelo versus Bivol. They brought that was a great fight. So I mean, what else do you want? You got Canelo going up there trying to be a legacy fight. Bivol came out of nowhere. At the end of the day, we should have respected him more than what he is now. And thank God that the Zone gave him the spotlight because they're really pushing for him to be up there. So that's what I'm saying, man. If you really got the platform that really respects boxing and doesn't just use it just for their own, I mean, they're willing to put the money out there for the fights. It's just Al Heyman and PBC that just want to withhold everybody, man. That's all I gotta say, guys. Peace out, man. Great show.
Peace out. Appreciate your thoughts, man. Good call. We got Big Body Charles. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're trying to get to that next goal of 165,000 subscribers. Go ahead and help the algorithm by putting this episode in the eyes of others by smashing that like button. Big Body Charles, what up? You got to unmute. There you go.
What's good, Ness?
Chilling.
What's good, TBV? Checking in.
What up, what up?
So I was just wondering, so, you know, David Benavidez, you know, like he had history of like having trouble finding fights or people who want to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if David Benavidez goes out and just like demolishes Plant, do you think it's going to make it even harder for him to find like another opponent? Just off the fact that he, like, even before fighting anybody like crazy, he still has trouble finding people to fight.
I mean, I don't think so. I think Andrade and Charlo are more than willing at this point. You know, Charlo hasn't fought in a while, so obviously he needs that check that would represent a Benavidez fight. Andrade signed to the company specifically for those fights, so I want to remain optimistic and see, does the powers that be allow that fight and those fights to take place?
Oh, yep, because, Andrade has been talking like he's ready to go with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, that was just my question. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, champ. Thanks for calling in. We got Quan. What up? Have you smashed that thumbs up button? Come on, man. What up, what up?
Yo, what's good, what's good? It's Quan. Shout out to y'all. Support the show. Hello?
We hear you.
All right, yeah. Shout out to y'all. I'm always listening to the show. I was just calling in, or just because I got a concern after hearing about something going on with Showtime boxing. I'm hearing that they possibly might end up like HBO, and I heard that from Blue Blood. So I'm just wondering how it would go with all of the cards that they got matched up for the year.
Nah, I mean,
like,
any
those cards get dropped off?
Nah, any cards that's announced, they obviously announced them because they're gonna let them air. So if anything, it won't happen this year. But we haven't seen any solid reports that boxing is gonna disappear. Till it does, and if it does, then, you know, I want the PBC to go to DAZN.
Do you think they could just go to Fox since they already got the relationship with them?
Nah.
Showtime can just all their fighters can switch to Fox.
I mean, it
Work
looked like
that.
Fox cut the water a long time ago. We ain't seen no regular Fox fights. Maybe Fox pay-per-view, but not regular Fox fights like that I remember.
True. What I think Wilder probably like the only one.
Yeah, but wasn't that a pay-per-view or was it free? Wilder Hellenius was
That
a
was
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view. It was pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's all I got. I'm just kind of concerned about the PBC and the fights they got coming up this year. Hoping everything deliver.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. But I ain't concerned. I actually wouldn't mind if Showtime closes the doors, make Al go out there and work and find another network or join the DAZN network or the ESPN network, so it's easier for us to get those fights, man. If Al was on ESPN and they played fair, then we'd have Stephen Fulton and New Way probably announced. We got to get them all on one side. When you got these big entities with all these fighters on separate networks, they got responsibilities to the networks. They have to provide that network who's giving them all that money good quality fights. Q and Nork, what up? Yep. Did I get that wrong? Let me see. This 973. In the meantime, in between time, I got Ron Boy Fresh. What up?
Oh damn, that was fast, Mo. You took the motherfucking you took my thunder. The best thing, I'm glad that Fox is out the business. Now Showtime get to stack the cards. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, hell nah, this ain't no pay-per-view fight. Hell of a card, but this ain't pay-per-view worthy. I mean, let's just be honest. This shit ain't pay-per-view worthy. And I'm with you, Mo. The best thing is I wish Showtime get out of boxing. And them motherfuckers, PBC, go over to DAZN or ESPN. That is the best thing for boxing.
I agree.
And I stand on that. It's too many platforms, bro. They just need to consolidate this shit, and that way we can get the fights we want. You dig? You know what I'm saying? But all these motherfuckers shaking banners, shaking pom poms for banners need to stop it, man. This shit is getting out of hand. We need to be talking about the best fights being made. Fuck who, I don't give a fuck what platform you on. Who fight? But that's all I really wanted to say, Mo. But what you think? I like the card though. I do like the card, but it's just not pay-per-view worthy. It's just not.
Damn, how isn't? Yo, we've been waiting for this Plant Benavidez fight for 3 years,
yeah.
And it's an interim title to the mandatory.
Mo, longer than that. I was tweeting about Benavidez Plant back in 2019. I told Jokers back in 2019 this fight wasn't going to get made. Keep in mind, they were champions. I was tweeting Benavidez Plant 2020, 2021, 2022. People thought I was hating. I was like, they're going to over-marinate the fight. That's the game they're going to play. I'll cold-blooded with the over-marination, in my opinion. And that's what they did. They did exactly that. And I was considered hating. And I told, you can go back and check my shit. I said, happen till 2020 to 2023. I knew it, but it's just that the pay-per-view is getting out of hand, bro. And it ain't about this is the principle of the shit to me. And I got more than enough money, but I'm not giving them my bread for this shit. I'm sorry, bro. It's just not me.
Well, all right.
Nah, that was all I got to say with that. So, all right.
You the champ, man. Thank you for calling in and continuing to voice your opinion. We got a new caller in Chicago. Who's this?
Yo, Ness, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name, champ?
Oh, Ness, I'm just calling from my different number. It's JT. Remember JT from Miami?
What up, champ?
The boat houses.
Yeah.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
I'm good. How's everything?
Doing, everything good with the boat houses. Right now, we got like 5 of them in the water. We actually had a meeting here with Winnebago. So we working.
Thank you, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man.
I tell you, when you need that, when you're in Orlando, come down to the boathouse. I put you
Tampa
that gas. I put
side,
that
man.
pressure.
If you get me a
Oh,
boathouse, we're
don't
gonna have to
worry
put it
about
on the
it.
Tampa side.
All right, I'm in. All right, no problem, no problem. We'll see what's up. Ness, you've been talking about this. You are the prophet of this. You said that all these promoters need to unite and come on one banner. If they did that, they would be the NFL. They would be the NBA. They would be the PGA. But no one's catching on. And I want to lay it real flat. I don't ride anyone's banner. I don't ride anyone's team. Who has the best promotion in boxing right now? TV network wise.
Who has the most boxers? PBC. Maybe
No, not
maybe
boxing.
the zone.
Best promotion of the sport.
Who has what?
Okay,
Say it again.
perfect. Who has the best social media for boxing?
Oh yeah, the zone.
Who has the best production wise? If you ever been to a matchroom fight or you ever seen the zone live, who has the best production? ESPN is close up to that.
I mean,
But I
if you're
believe
talking
right now-
about ring entrances and pyro, yeah, Eddie and Matchroom, they know how to do the whole UK, fireworks and Anthony Joshua ring walk. They could do that, but ESPN
I
is
went to Canelo in Miami. I saw J Bobbin
Yeah.
come out. They lit up the fireworks. It was a whole show.
Yeah, but you got to also remember that Al Heyman encapsulates Floyd. The walkout for Manny Pacquiao Floyd was iconic.
Yeah.
The walkout for McGregor will be ever remembered, right? Didn't he have like a circus in the fucking audience? So yeah, they don't use.
We came out with Mayweather came out with Burger King.
Exactly. He came out with the Burger King guy. They don't use fireworks like Matchroom, but I ain't gonna front. Matchroom probably is the better production from a venue.
When Eddie did the backyard.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He went
saying.
all
From
out.
a venue standpoint, but like I don't like they commentators. I'm not really
That's okay.
into they commentators,
That's okay.
and that's part of the production. I like Sergio Mora. He keeps it real, but I even like Chris Mannix. He's another one that keeps it real, but that's not my preferred announcer crew.
All right. So who has the hold right now on celebrity boxing?
The Zone.
Okay. You said it all. Right now, the Zone is the front runner for boxing. We cannot hate on the app. Everybody used to hate on.
But you got to understand, it's not like that for us in America.
The U.S. I got you. I know.
They're not giving us. They
have
don't care about us at all. They don't give us American boxing fans anything. I'm literally being robbed by DAZN for $150 a year. What American fight did they give me? Raymond Ford, Diego Pacheco. What do I get for my $150?
They give you Bam Bam. They give you Bam Bam. That was a good fight,
bro. They charged me $150 for this year. I already paid last year. What are they giving me?
I'm with you. I paid too. I got the ESPN Plus. I got the Zone.
Okay, so what did they give us in January? I know what Showtime gave me. I had a fantastic card with Tank. That fight ended up being better than what it was supposed to be. The card ended up being better than what it was supposed to be. We did a hella shows off that card. So what did the Zone give Americans in January?
Nothing. And you are totally right about that. Every app every app in boxing needs to work on their production wise, their scheduling. But right now, I do like Al. I do like PBC. I'm not a hater. I like boxing in total. I'm not a hater of anyone's. But unfortunately, you are taking the cover off the sheets. Like, people are realizing what Al is doing. He is blocking a lot of fights. What is the next move for Al then? If they're getting cut for Showtime, what should he do?
I mean, we don't even know if that's true. We got so many people that hate Al that they just putting that in the universe. Like, I have read nothing that shows me that Showtime announced they cut in boxing. I don't mind if they do. Look at what happened when HBO left. It created more fights for us. A competitive market, but like, I want to try and get to a place where everybody's on one network, man. So if we could get PBC to walk across the street to DAZN, we got 3 promoters on one network. That's probably unheard of since the HBO days. So that means it's taking us back to the roots.
Thank you, Ness. Thank you, Ness. Let everybody know it's not about PBC. It's not about Top Rank. It's not about ESPN. It's not about the Zone or Matchroom or Golden Boy. It's about boxing. And
Absolutely.
we want the best for the fans. That's what's the most important. I'm sick of paying $20 apps here, $20 apps over there. Now all of a sudden I gotta feel it's just a mess. This is the only sport that does this to us.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we're so loyal to the sport.
Well, I don't know about that, right? Like, because to watch football and baseball and basketball, those are all different networks. And even those sports, you correct me because I don't watch them, but I'm pretty sure the whole NFL is not on one channel. They got that on multiple channels. You got to see the Lakers somewhere and the
where you could.
Huh?
I think there's something like the NFL package where you could see them.
And you got to pay for that.
Direct TV.
You got to pay for that.
Pay for it. Yeah, you got to pay for that. Yeah, you got to pay for that shit.
And you know what? That is the solution, my friend. They need to come together like Bob Arum sits down with Al and Eddie and any other promoter that has a network together, and they create a boxing package. Like, yo, you know, they pay for this, they get to see you. They pay for us, they get to see you. Because why am I giving 4 different platforms $20? Like, I'm good, man. I'm tired of that shit.
I hear you. Have it backward like where ESPN had the Friday night fights, and then one channel has it. I got you. I hear what you're saying. Ness, all we can do right now is pray for boxing.
You ain't lying.
We got to keep praying, my brother. That they make the heads of these promoters make the right decision for the fans. Unfortunately, they don't, because they're hitting over the head with pay-per-views that are unnecessary. The Zone doing the same thing. Everything now is a good fight. It's a pay-per-view. Canelo that's gonna fight in England. Don't expect you're gonna have to pay for that one. So
I think that's a pay-per-view in the UK. They better not try to make that shit a pay-per-view over here.
You think they'll charge in the US for that? They'll charge in the US for that?
I hope not. I hope
not.
Naive.
Don't be naive. Don't be naive, Ness. Thank you so much, boss. Always, when you're in Tampa, hit me up, man. Come see these boat houses. I'll pay for the gas. I ain't playing. Let's go.
All right. Anybody? This is TJ is back. And the DAZN card for this week, first card of the year, is Amanda Serrano versus Erica Cruz. And I never heard of Erica. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I was busy. I didn't get to see her fight. But she's going to allegedly be the first Mexican undisputed female if she could win. I never heard of her. Bumgarner's fighting undisputed. I'm pretty sure that's not the girl that's supposed to have been in there, like Elm McCallid. I thought it was the other girl that McKellar wanted to fight, Choi. So, yeah, man. It's A-sides. This is DAZN's version of Tank versus Hector Luis Garcia, except Amanda is certainly not Tank, and Erica Cruz is no way Hector Luis Garcia. Bumgarner could be considered Andrade. Sky Nicholson, who the fuck could she be considered? Because she's not Jaron or Rashidi. Shadeja Green definitely is Jaron Boots Ennis. And Eileen Sedarus is more than Cameron, because she's a common opponent with real women in boxing. Ramana Ali is, I guess, Rashidi. So this is an A-side card. Not pay-per-view, but it's also not pay-per-view worthy. It ain't got Tank. London Runs Boxing says, Ness, you tripping. They're solid opponents. You said that. You didn't even say good fight. You said opponents. Opponents don't win. Opponents are just that. I never heard of them, though. Please give me another message where. I said Sedarus is good. I said she's more than Karen, remember? the common opponent with Boots. I said this Shadeja is Boots. But anyway, I got a caller here. Who's this?
It's TJ
What up, TJ?
out of Minnesota, man. I've been watching your channel, you know what I'm saying? It's my first time calling in, but I wanted to go on the topic of one of the dudes that said it's not a pay-per-view buy. Like, how is it not a pay-per-view buy? But y'all paid for Tank versus Rolly. And they created beef off of somebody saying, I'm going to knock you out, or I'm going to knock you out. And then that's how that thing got to going. You know what I'm saying? But this Caleb Plant versus Benavidez, somebody actually beat up the trainer. So there's actual history behind it. So how can you say it's not, you know what I'm saying, worth it? I want to see somebody back that shit up. Somebody was talking about, oh, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to do this. This been going on for a while. We got footage of them actually getting into scuffles. Yeah, I want to see them box. Yeah, that's a main fight. You ready?
Word. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. But thank you for calling in, TJ.
Sersky. Keep it up, man. Y'all talking that shit.
You ain't got nothing else? I don't want to cut you short. I guess maybe you might have cut out there. I thought you were done. If you got more, go for it.
Another thing on the little Paramount Plus thing.
90 seconds.
It is what it is, cause you know, this the streaming age. But I'm with you, bro. Cause growing up, I remember it's a fight. We just flip it to the channel, pay for it. We there, we watching it. All the fights right there on that one channel. You gotta pay for it or it's free. It's either this or that. HBO. But now it's like what you said, $20 here, $20 there, $20 here. Man, just slap $120 somewhere where I can watch every fight, any fight.
Yep.
I don't gotta pay for some extra. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Just bundle it down. But hey, we leave that to the lawyers and their legal talk stuff.
Nah,
It is what it
you
is.
put
I
it
can't
out
be
to the
mad at it.
universe. You put it out to the universe. Bundle talk. That's exactly what they need to do. Bundle it down, man. You know, like the phrase UFC fight package feels like what we need. I don't know what that means. I don't own a fight package. I don't watch UFC fight. I don't even watch UFC fight package fights. I know Blue DeBella uses it a lot. All I'm saying is we need a fight package. I need to pay Showtime $100. Cool, I'm giving you $100. You splitting that $100 with ESPN and DAZN and fucking Frank Warren and fucking Boxer and Pro Box and whoever else got television. You put that shit and you stream it all to one. I'm tired of going everywhere, man. I'm getting older. I ain't got time to be changing channels.
Man, that $120 or that $20 here and there, you know what I'm saying? That could be to feed your family, to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Take your kids to Disney World or something. But instead, they just trying to be hungry vultures. But like it is, man. We just gotta speak into existence, man. Appreciate you taking the call.
Appreciate you, champ. TJ, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. We got our poll over 643 votes, and it says the options are, well, the question first says, does this Benavidez versus Plant undercard make you want to buy this pay-per-view? 60% of our voting public is saying yes. Now I can buy this pay-per-view card. And 40% say no, the undercard didn't help. That is shocking that so many of you believe the undercard didn't help. Q and North, what up? Q?
You.
I hear you.
Yo, I just want to say you was 100% right. So I'm being a boxing nerd earlier today or whatever, and Tony Harrison about to fight Tim Zoo, so I'm looking at his box rec, and I'm like, damn, I forgot he fought Hurd. I ain't watched that fight in a minute. I try to run it back on YouTube, and all PBC got is highlights, and that fight is old as fuck. Like, any fight from DAZN, I could run back like a month after they fight. I could run that shit back on YouTube easy and just watch the fight. Like, so if you like trying to do your research or make bets and you want to go back and see how this fighter looked against this fighter, you can't even do it with PBC fights because they're not on YouTube. And even the people that like steal it and try to post it, PBC must be the best at going in there and like scrubbing that shit. 'Cause that shit is gone. Like, so you can't even like they not doing like that fight old as fuck. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to go to YouTube and watch that fight. Like it don't make sense. Like so.
And that's the
Hopefully
lack
they
of
figure out something,
promotion.
like,
See, that's the lack of promotion. You're
I can't
interested.
even go to Showtime and watch the fight. Ness. I can't even go to Showtime like that I pay for and find a fight and watch it. They only put like 10 fights at a time on Showtime, and that's to promote a fighter that's about to fight on pay-per-view. If
That's
that's not
crazy.
about to happen, you can't go watch them old fights. Like, and I paid for Showtime. So you're 100% right. Either they need to step it up and like make their whole vault like available the way
Man, they just need to get out, man. They in the way. They in the way. They need to get out. They need to get out. I'm already tired of giving them ideas. They need to get out of the sport. They in the way.
crazy part is that they do give us the biggest fights, but that's because they got the biggest names over there in handcuffs. So when they do decide to drop a few cards, it do be Plant Benavidez and shit like that because they got them over there, but they in handcuffs. They need to release them, like you said, and like figure something else out, yo. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. So I'm on the Showtime app now, and he right. The catalog is trash. Or is it in order and you're wrong and you didn't know how to use it, champ? What the fudge? Nah, he's right. You see? This is so whack. This is so weak. I mean, do I even feel like I'm gonna do this? This is so weak, though. They so whack, bro. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. They so whack. Let's see. Oh shit. Gotta do so much right now. I'm gonna need to get another lightning cable, so I gotta stop doing this shit. Give me a sec. We almost wrapping up, but I do want to show you this. All right. This is the Showtime app. Look how whack they are. So you go to browse, you go to boxing, and that's what they got. This is all they got. Click boxing, it's Tank, the replay. More boxing, the best of 2022. Then they give you the epilogue of Mayweather, a show box, another show box, another show box, another show box, and then Butayev Stenonius, Jermel Castano, Fulton Roman, Danny Benavidez, Lubin Fundura, Michelle Frank, Masiago Gary, Zoo Gachet. No Harrison fights. They go into Bellator. No Harrison, no more Zoo fights, and no catalog. No go watch Floyd versus Manny. Like, they trash, man. They trash, bro. I'm tired of I'm tired of it. They trash, man. They trash. Like, the Zone has all they fights right there available. I do have to take this call, and I'm solo dolo, Scarface no Manolo, so hold this. All right, so I'm back, and let me see if I got any other callers. I do have someone. That's James in Texas? I'm gonna go to you. James in Tejas. Right? This you?
No, sir.
Oh,
It's Oscar.
Oscar, what up?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I can't argue what you're saying. I think the important part is too. It's $80, right? That's the base price, right?
Yep.
And then you still got to pay what, extra $10 for HD? Because nobody watches.
No, I mean
fights on the
80
TV
is
anymore.
the 80 is the highest with all the with all the bells and whistles.
Except taxes, right? I think that's
No,
what everybody's looking
the
at. And I
taxes
think
are
everybody's
included.
like,
The taxes are included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody's just saying because, like, I think it is good. I'm with you. I don't agree on Jesus Ramos' opponent or
Mm-hmm.
Chris Colbert's opponent. You know what I mean? I think that's
Wow,
what
you
they're
don't like
saying.
Colbert's
And I
opponent?
think
That's a great
I think
fight, bro.
I think he should have. I don't know, man. I think he should have fought someone a little bit less dangerous at his own weight. You know what I mean? Like a puncher at his own weight. That's what I think. That's just me though. I think he
I mean,
deserves
he
a
has
tune-up.
been at
Don't you think
130
so?
his whole career. He is a young man, so maybe he just can't wait. Make weight. Remember, Shakur moved up already. What, 3 times?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, like a lesser opponent. I know Rayo's coming off a loss, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's hungry just like him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I think the most important thing is people are they don't want to say it, but they're a little worried. If Plant does beat Benavidez, that pay-per-view with Canelo's going to go up past probably 100, and they ain't going to want to pay for that. They're probably going to put, in my opinion, a trashier undercard than this, and they know they're going to get away with it because who they have on the main. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
And then that's when people are going to be saying, "Man, I wish we had those $69.99 days again, not these $100 days." But that's it. That's my call, man. You have a good day.
All right. So, ladies and gents, I do apologize. Man, I wish I had my co-host. I got to step away. I got 2 more callers or 3, but I just got to handle this. There's no way. So we're going to have to end it. I am back 12 o'clock from the Wynn Casino. We should have a guest. It could be Tony Harrison's trainer. It could be someone else. I forget. Let me see if it's on my calendar before I let you go. This afternoon, Wednesday. No, we did that yet. That was Keyshawn was yesterday, so I don't know why it's on the schedule for today. But if you haven't checked out our Keyshawn Davis interview, go ahead and check that out. It's on YouTube right now. I want to say for sure we got Chris Lovejoy and the Rumford Bull, Big Johnny Fisher, in studio on Friday at the Wynn. Both men will be in studio. We're also going to be getting Ian Green on the show. And we're getting Cuban heavyweight Orlando Solis. Looks like he's made a comeback. We were just talking about him. I can't believe it. And shout out to his team that reached out to us looking for the interview, because that's amazing, man. You speak it into existence. And I used to love that heavyweight. He gave David Hayes such a great fight in the amateurs, and I just thought that was going to be the big fight in the pros. Fucker never happened. And yeah. Okay, check this out. U.S. downloads on Showtime app. Where'd they get this? Wow, I got to show this. I don't know how real this is. So this is not me giving you sources. This is a screenshot someone sent me, and they like, yo, this is the downloads per app. Look at the comparison. But look at what drove them to get all the downloads. Dexter. I haven't watched Dexter in forever. They even changed it. It's like no more Dexter. It's like some new shit. But whatever. The point is, I see Fulton Figueroa down there where that's pretty low. Even Cyborg and kind of whatever MMA, it did a little bit better. Benavidez versus Davis. What Benavidez? What the fuck is that? Davis. Who did Benavidez fight? Kyrone Davis. Okay, so that buzzed, which means Benavidez got that buzz. I don't really know how to read this graph, but, I did want to share it with y'all. I gotta go. Catch me at 12. We're going to be talking Bivol, Better Biev, WBC getting involved. Callum Smith is next. What the fuck? No Undisputed. 12 o'clock. Catch me on the next one. Peace.